Hey Lexi, 40 years ago, an underrated Christmas classic hit theaters, and I was there to see it with my dad. I shared it with y'all, and now I think we should share it with the podcast audience.
Hell yeah.
Let's get the conversation started. Hello and welcome to LexiCon. It is Maddie.
Lexi.
Dylan.
And today, for our last episode of the year and our annual holiday episode, we are watching 1985 Santa Claus The Movie.
Yay!
Yay.
Now, really quickly, it's going to be a happy, good time episode, I think. Just a little distraction from everything going on in the world, but let's let a little bit of the real world creep in here because I think it is appropriate at the beginning. We say a quick rest in peace to the late Rob Reiner and his wife, who passed away recently in a tragic situation. I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to take the time to condemn or defend anybody, but clearly it's not something very good. And since he was responsible for two very important movies in my life, Stand By Me and The Princess Bride, amongst many other things, very prolific director, I think we ought to offer up a quick rest in peace and moment of silence. What do y'all think?
Absolutely.
All right. All right, with the seriousness out of the way, let's get into the silliness.
Yes.
Yes.
1985, movie theater, me and my dad, Santa Claus the Movie, classic 80s Christmas movie, one which I haven't seen since the 80s probably.
Yeah.
I just showed it to you guys for the first time. I think y'all enjoyed it.
Definitely.
So now we're going to do one of our patented Lexi commentary episodes. If you're watching along with us, I will give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. We'll all play on play. If you're not watching along with us, that's fine. We should be plenty entertaining, or just as entertaining. I don't want to raise the bar too high. We'll also try to give another time code or two throughout the movie, but we're notoriously bad about that, so the odds are like 40-60 at this point, probably.
It's going down from 50-50.
So we've also got the return of the high five for the holidays coming at you. So we're going to have a good time, fun, happy holiday episode. And whether you're celebrating Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or solstice or the end of the year or just living through another day, celebrate with us on this episode of LexiCon. All right, so we have our edition of the movie all queued up. Make sure yours is zeroed out so you're past any FBI warnings, previews, or don't try this at home messages because, we don't want kids hijacking a sleigh and trying to fly it all around on Christmas Eve. And, of course, I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and we'll all play together on play. We have our subtitles on. You do as you please. And again, you may not even be watching along, and that's just as well. It's fine. It's not just as well. It's fine if you're watching along. You do you. Anyway, we're going to do us and watch Santa Claus the Movie from 1985 in 3, 2, 1, play.
Yay.
Sparkles.
Not
only sparkles, more like lights.
I feel like this piece right here is added for like the video release or
Maybe.
the streaming release. This whole, I'm not sure what it's going to say. It says Studio Canal.
Something like that,
That just looks too new. That doesn't look like something you would have seen at the beginning of a movie in 1985.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I wasn't alive in 1985. Also, I just want to say, wouldn't sparkles just technically be lights? But I was clarifying, they're not really the sparkly kind of lights. It's just lights.
I need to point something out really quick. I had a major revelatory moment when we rewatched this the other day. There's a song playing right now.
Yes.
And you see, we are part of the miracle. And it's like, you can feel it too, just believe in the miracle. For 35 years, every time I play one of my favorite video games, Final Fantasy on the NES, when you go in certain places, specifically Matoya's Cave comes to mind.
Yeah.
I'm singing those lyrics, or at least a variation thereof, along with the music there. And I've never thought once about where those lyrics came from. And I realized it the other day when we were watching, I'm like, oh my God, that's the song I've been singing!
Oh, yeah.
So that was amazing. I was really happy to finally learn that.
Oh, yeah.
Or remember it, however you want to say it.
Earlier, y'all had to do something with the movie, and so that song played briefly while I was in the kitchen and therefore not looking at the screen, and I thought of Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
I don't know what part of it, but something.
Every time Lexi plays Chrono Trigger, she sings lyrics to a song she just heard the other day.
No, I heard the song and it was giving Chrono Trigger vibes.
I guess I can kind of feel that.
To be fair, I've only played Chrono Trigger, once?
Have you ever played it once, even?
I thought you and I played it once. I know we played Final Fantasy, but no, I remember at least a little bit of Chrono Trigger. I have at least sat and watched you play Chrono Trigger.
That you may have done. So our story begins in, I don't know,
And a sad story.
1400s maybe even
that
earlier.
Oh, time period.
We do see the time periods ticking by because this movie technically takes place over very long, centuries even.
Yes. It's actually really cool. I love historical stuff.
But this is clearly an old village, probably, Norwegian area, I would have to guess.
Yeah, definitely. It feels
Finland,
something
maybe.
Scandinavian.
I mean, everybody's speaking perfectly clear English here, but...
That's for the sake of the movie.
Exactly. Some great northern village a long time ago, a galaxy right here.
Something that a lot of Christmas things probably originated. The little gnomes that are pretty neat. Those are Scandinavian.
I was going to say, the Vendigum is what they call them.
Yeah. Vendigum.
Yeah, Vendegum. I thought maybe you'd look it up. It could be
Okay, I'm on it.
Norwegian or what have you. But anyway, we're in some little village. The whole clan is gathered in this one large house. They're waiting for a Santa Claus-like figure to deliver them their Christmas toys. I don't even know, do they even give them a name?
Okay, researching this, Vendigum specifically comes from this movie.
Okay. I'm not surprised.
Me neither.
We knew it was a possibility. It could mean something else.
Yeah. I could easily... It just seems like any sort of folklore, fairy tale kind of thing that you can find going back. Especially connected to holiday stuff.
I do find it interesting, and spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, we're introduced now to the man who will become Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and he traverses these villages with the aid of his 2 reindeer. It's funny that he only had 2 reindeer to start with.
Yeah.
He gets the other reindeer once he gets to the North Pole, but why specifically did he have those 2?
I don't know.
I've never heard any story where Santa started out with just those 2. I don't even remember which 2 it is. It might be Donner and Blitzen.
Something like that.
You know, Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
I can never remember all
no
of the
Rudolph.
names.
I remember because of the intro to the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song.
I once had to memorize that song, and I still cannot actually memorize the names. So, this was 1985. I typed 1895 to start with.
1890. This movie did not come out in 1895. I'm positive about that because I went to see it in the movie theater when it came out, and I was not around in 1895.
You know what did come into existence in 1985 within a fictional universe?
Oh, I had an answer, but you said fictional universe, so...
Samantha Parkington, aka the main character of one of my favorite Christmas movies, that I'm trying to convince you to watch.
I never said I wouldn't watch it. I just said it couldn't be our main episode.
It's a work in progress.
And, oh wait, here we go. Announcement for next year.
Oh, yeah.
Our holiday episode is going to be a watch-along of the classic 1946 movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
December 20th, 2026, LexiCon, holiday episode. Probably the last episode for the year.
But we'll see how the year goes.
Or the penultimate episode, but look forward to it. Be there or be somewhere else. But you can take it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't feel like you really need to go anywhere. Or, avoid it because you're going somewhere.
Exactly.
And now Santa and his wife are heading back out into this dreary, deadly snowfall.
Okay.
That's a heck of a shot there.
Yeah.
It's probably not even green screen or anything. It's probably just the way the camera's sitting. It's probably just mounted on whatever they're on to make them move, the dolly or whatever.
Probably. I don't know too much about movie making.
So welcome to childhood in the 80s, where your Christmas movie starts off with Santa Claus and his wife and his reindeer freezing to death.
Yeah, we were sitting here watching this. I'm like, thanks, Dad. You just showed me a movie where Santa fucking died.
Look, I had to see it when I was 6, okay? At least you got to wait till you were in your 20s.
I mean, technically, he's not really Santa yet, but still. It was still quite a way to start the movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the poor fucking reindeer.
Yeah, oh, that's harsh. It's like, come on, boys, you're going to freeze to death out here. Get over that hill and have food. Yeah, no. Welcome to growing up in the 80s.
This is why I didn't grow up in the 80s.
And this is why I'm so much stronger than you.
I feel as though that's because you also, like, twice my age.
Yeah, this was always a little bit, I don't want to call it shocking, but it does stick with you. Like, oh my god, they're freezing to death. This is harsh. But like I said, that's par for the course for 80s movies.
Meanwhile, in the American Girl universe, initially, when they did Courtney, her story is set in 86, and I heard about her and just read, like, very brief summaries of her stuff. I haven't read her books yet, because I don't have access to them yet. But I felt as though they did not go dark enough with her stories compared to their previous dolls. Compared to the dolls that they released in the 80s.
You want those really dark American Girl stories?
Oh, well, I mean, in Samantha's story, like, her best friend ends up becoming an orphan and having to work in a factory and stuff. It's not the worst, even. I mean, one of the girls it literally escaped slavery, so they could have gone a little stronger on some of the newer stories. But I did later find out that there's a little more to Courtney's story, because initially, the summaries I read is like, oh, she's a girl who loves video games and decides to learn how to make her own to provide more and better representation of women in video games. And it's like, that's cool. That's definitely a different reality than some of the other girls. But then I later found out that, one, she was really into space and space exploration and wanted to be an astronaut one day, and then she watched the Challenger explode.
That was what, like a year after this movie came out?
Yeah, 86, because that's when her story is set. And then I also find out in her second book that her best friend has AIDS and is bullied for it, and then she gets bullied for being friends, but of course she decides to still be friends with him.
Good for her.
Yeah. Well, now they've frozen to death.
Or they're very close to death.
Skill
anyway.
issue.
Something like that.
And then
New
somehow,
sparkly magic.
through the magic of the elves, they're transported.
Yeah. Some North Star magic
Either that,
stuff.
either that or they were already close to the village, but when they come to, they don't see anything around them, so...
Yeah, I honestly only somewhat understood this part. Sparkly snow. The magic of the sparkles previously mentioned.
Yeah, the snow ends. I guess they went to a place where the snow is not.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess.
Seems to be a little
yeah.
bit still.
Very, very warm in color now. The magical elf light.
Magical elf light. What the?
You knocked over my doll.
Oh.
This is why dolls shouldn't be part of the podcast.
Dolls should always be part
Honestly,
of the podcast.
your fault for putting your doll in my chair's range.
They're like being nudged awake.
Yeah, one's nudging the other one awake.
See,
The
my question
reindeer,
is,
not the people.
did the reindeer actually die?
And did any of them actually die is the question, I guess. Because
I'm
technically
not
the elves
sure.
didn't say you came back to life. They just say you're going to live forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're being
I imagine
saved
they
by the
died.
elves by this, or if it's death and soul transfer and stuff. I don't know. My question is the reindeer, though.
I don't think their soul was transferred. I think they stayed in the same
I mean,
bodies.
true.
I imagine they died.
But yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know.
Died and were
The North
reborn.
Pole is just the afterlife, apparently.
Died and were reborn and left mysteriously safe.
Born of Christmas spirit.
Kind of looks like a Christmas tree.
Bob Dylan in his classic
Look, it's
70s album,
triangular with a star on top.
Desire, predicted this.
And then
Go
just
toward the light.
lights.
Oh, never mind. They're coming toward us.
When the light comes to you instead of the other way around. They're little candles. Wait. Interesting. Candle-looking things.
They're designed to be... They're like lanterns.
Yeah,
Ish.
something like that. They're like different shapes and houses and trees and stuff. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, well...
Back to the glowing Christmas
they needed something to do.
True.
They've just been sitting around waiting, making stuff.
That is true.
One day we're going to have a purpose. We're going to live forever, but it's going to be a long wait.
How long have they been waiting?
They don't specify, but they make it seem... I mean, they look pretty old.
I did Google it, and supposedly, trust the information as much as you want, this does start in the 1300s.
Okay, and they have that Burgess Meredith playing the really aged elf.
Yeah.
That comes out to see Santa off and let him know the score. And
Yeah.
so he seems like he's been around a while, so I guess they've been waiting a
Exactly.
while.
Then my question, we've got older and younger ones, so I've got questions.
So do they actually have ages, or this is the appearance they take on?
Did they all die and then end up there?
But they were helping the older elf along, like he had been around a while, and he was suffering from the trappings of age.
Maybe.
That's my question too. Did they just come into existence like this, or did they also die and then become this?
I mean,
And who explained it to the first one?
we see like hundreds of years from now. It's all the same elves and everything.
No, I understand.
True.
But maybe they grow to a certain point, and then
Maybe.
Dudley Moore sliding out from under this like classic comedian, comedy actor, famous for Arthur and its sequel, Crazy People. My dad was a big fan of Dudley Moore. In fact, that might have been part of the reason he wanted to go see this, because this wasn't even really planned. Like, it came out on November 27th, I found in my research.
Yes.
I don't know when I saw it, but I'm sure I saw it before Christmas that year. And it wasn't like some big plan. It was just one of those times like, Dad, hey, come on, let's go to the movies. And I don't even know if I knew what we were going to see until we got there. I don't even
Nice.
I think we might have even been out of town, like at my grandparents' house or something.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes, I think when we saw the She-Ra movie, too, we were either at my aunt's house or at my grandmother's house, and it was just one of those occasions where my dad and I would go out and go to the movies.
Interesting. I was going to ask if it had been in your theater longer than Labyrinth.
I don't
But you don't even know if it was in your theater.
I was 6 years old. I wasn't paying that much attention by that point. I mean, Labyrinth was, a little later in the decade.
Interesting.
If you look up Labyrinth and it was in, like, 86, I'm going to kick you, but I think it probably was, honestly.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
But no, okay, I stand by that. This was 85. I was 6. By 86, I was 7, so...
It was 1986.
But it was, like, later in the year, right?
I didn't go
September?
that far. Let me find out. Release date. Still haven't gotten there. Hold up. I did find something else out, though. Apparently Marvel did a comic adaptation of this.
Wow. That would be cool to have just as a collector's item.
Yes, well, I did, of course, search it up on eBay because I agree. It's Marvel Super Special 39. I found somebody selling it for $20 with $7 shipping.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of appropriate because this is almost like a comic book story because you've got like the prophecy that brings Santa Claus to them.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, spoilers again, he's like, Batman Santa Claus. Like the little girl's got to call him out to come save the day.
Yeah, that was quite
So
interesting.
this is a very heroic adaptation of, the Santa Claus legend.
Okay, in the U.S., Labyrinth was June 27th, 1986.
Fuck, I was the same age.
But damn, that was right after Grammy's birthday, though.
It was June?
According to this, June 27th.
Now, see, that doesn't track.
Now, in the UK, it came out December 2nd.
Well, yeah, and I saw it in the fucking UK.
Yep.
My thing is, I know I saw it on the marquee of the movie theater in my hometown.
Yeah.
One day, and then I thought I went by it the next day and it wasn't there, so I'm thinking school bus, because my school bus passed right by the movie
Did
theater.
your theater oddly get it for one day in August?
I was going to say, I wouldn't have
Or
been...
September?
I wouldn't have been in school that late in June, because...
Was Sumter that far behind the times?
I did not... Well, I mean, it wasn't like one of those movie theaters that showed movies late and, for a reduced rate.
Yeah.
It was a regular movie theater. And I mean, everything I remember seeing, by the time I was paying attention to that kind of stuff, we saw at the appropriate release time. I mean, back then, movie release times were different, too, because they'd go in theaters, and it'd be a year or more before you'd see them on home video, so...
Yeah.
It was a little different world, but...
Also speaking of comics, apparently somebody published a 4-volume comic sequel to Labyrinth, as well as somebody else publishing a comic prequel.
Forget that. You've just blown a hole in one of my most cherished memories. I saw Labyrinth Theater for one day on my bus route, and the next day on the bus, it wasn't there. And now that could not work. I mean,
maybe your theater had some sort of fluke where it showed it later.
Or your information is wrong.
Exactly. It's coming from Wikipedia. Trust it as much as you want.
There are things that, could be in play here. But yeah, that kind of hurts. I swear I remember driving by the theater.
It could also be one of those things where it did have, one sort of release in the U.S., but then a later, bigger, lighter release.
Okay. Well, hear me out. It was actually in theaters for 3 months, and I saw it on the first day of school.
The last day it was in theaters?
Wait. No.
What?
That doesn't even make any sense. 1986, I wasn't riding a bus to school.
I don't... Okay, you had to have been aware that it was 1986.
No. I would have been riding the bus to school in the fall, so that does make sense.
Okay.
So, what I'm saying is maybe it was actually in theaters all summer, and I just hadn't noticed it.
So, first day of school happened to be the last day it was in theaters.
Saying, maybe they didn't even put it on the marquee the whole time, because they had other movies they wanted to show off, so maybe it was the first day of school I saw it, and the second day of school was gone, but it had actually been there for a while, so maybe that's the wrench in my story.
I don't know.
Maybe that's the spanner in the works there.
I don't know.
Spanner in the works.
I do apologize about this.
What is it you said to me about that phrase the other day? You said the American version is usually a wrench in...
Wrench in things, what I say.
See, I've always heard a wrench in the works, haven't you?
I don't know what
I've never heard a wrench in the works.
I've heard that my whole life.
I just know that we say wrench.
But then again, take that with a grain of salt. Because I swore I saw Labyrinth on the movie theater marquee riding the bus one day, and then it wasn't there the next day.
Don't we have something that we call a spanner, though? Or a very specific type of a wrench we call a spanner?
I don't think so.
And then it's just generally spanner in the UK?
No, in the UK, it's the small wrenches or spanners, and the big ones are wrenches.
And we just say... either one. We just say whatever the fuck we feel like. Mostly. Usually.
I do feel... Spanner. Getting back to the movie, I do feel bad for those others. They've just been sitting around making all these toys just to have them there. Yeah, I mean, they seem to enjoy doing it, so good on them, but man, just all year long making toys, never going anywhere or doing anything.
I mean, that's somebody's
And it's not like they didn't have any way to deliver them to the children or anything. They didn't have children to play with. I guess there are no elf children. I guess they're just born just like they are. I guess they're like wizards in Lord of the Rings.
Sure. The interesting thing is, they've been around so long designing these toys and whatnot. How outdated are some of the toys by the time they finally get to deliver them? Or do they actually still seem new and modern and exciting?
I mean, this is 85. The wooden pull toys and stuff still wouldn't have been crazily out of date in 85. Okay. So obviously it doesn't have to go any further than that. It's not.
Now that is also something very interesting to think. This is starting 1300s, go all the way to the 80s. And something like wooden pull toy has been around literally, not that entire time, but probably most of it.
Obviously there were...
toys probably didn't change that much until within...
Yeah, and I mean, even in the 80s and even in the 70s, there were other toys, and plastic was coming into vogue, and there were, different things, but still... a little wooden scooter for a kid wouldn't have been out of place in 1985 by any means.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's still, those older toys can be popular nowadays. They're maybe not the main, and it's more so for that vintage feel, but still. But it's interesting to think that even toys are probably one of those things that didn't drastically change until fairly modern times. That you probably did just have toys for a long time.
I think they were, even by the 60s and definitely in the 70s, they were definitely changing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, I'm not saying it's been within the last few decades.
You just had a mix of the old and the new.
Yeah.
There'd be more modern times where they completely shifted away from the old
I'm just saying, like, the 1900s is modern times compared to the 1300s.
I'm saying, like, in the 2000s is when I think you had the really big shifts.
Really big, yeah. I mean, that would make sense, because not only different things, different costs, different economy,
for people to play with,
but you also...
just the domain of collectors.
I was going to say, this is also you're getting into the age where toys are going to start being connected to things online and different technology.
Exactly, that's the big thing.
You're going to get those little iPod dogs and the dolls that unlock things online, or even Build-A-Bear, you having to own Build-A-Bear to unlock the online website and everything.
I like the way Patch uses the word elf in place of other things like self-control, elf control, except he runs thin very quickly and has to just reuse it in the same circumstances. They couldn't find enough places to stick it in.
Yeah.
And we get to meet all the other reindeer here.
No Rudolph in this movie.
No.
Rudolph does not exist yet.
He's the interloper. He's not OG.
It is, and yeah. I guess in this universe, Rudolph doesn't come around until, like, the 80s or the 90s.
He doesn't... I
guess
that could have been the sequel if they'd done a sequel.
Yeah.
Honestly, they could have put Rudolph in the sequel. That could have been the focus of the sequel, really.
Yeah, it could have been.
One of the focuses, because this
something new. How do you introduce Rudolph to this universe, though? Does he just go down and take a reindeer? Just, like, while he's delivering presents, you know what? I need help. Can you come move to this afterlife with me?
No, the reindeer's born in his village in Norway or wherever. He's shunned because of his nose. He wanders into the forest. He nearly freezes to death and winds up here. It's perfect.
No, this is why they didn't do it, though. They couldn't show Rudolph freezing to death.
I said nearly.
they couldn't risk that conclusion.
Instead of the elf showing up at Santa.
That's exactly what it should have been. That's perfect.
Rudolph.
Why didn't they do this? Why aren't we... Fuck this. Can I get the rights to this movie?
I don't even know who has the rights to it currently.
I mean, at this point, could we get it on the cheap?
Hold off, I gotta go find out who
I guess I could write it as a spec script, but still.
Apparently the opening of a Labyrinth,
Wait. Copyright. Copyright Maddie from Vidiocy. 2025.
Really quickly, apparently the Labyrinth premiere in London was December 1st, and Princess Diana attended it.
Okay.
Just an interesting fact that was still up on my phone.
She's dead now.
Yes, she is. Prince Charles also attended it. He's not dead. He's currently the king.
He's also fighting cancer, isn't he?
I hadn't heard that, is he?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten royal news lately. I do not follow the royal family that closely.
I don't follow them at all, and I know that.
That's fair.
What's up with the two different names?
What do you mean?
The elves have like two. They have like a rotating piece of wood on the end of their bed, and had one name, and they get up and they rotate it to another, but it's not like asleep and awake. Like some of them look like I don't want to say nonsense words, but they could have been names like Goober or something, and one flipped from one thing to sweet. So I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just something random and whimsical. Onto the wooden toy making.
But also, like, there was at least 3 sides, so
interesting. Different
look at that woodworking.
Yes, look at him hitting the top of that horse.
I get along with woodworking.
I assume he's attaching it to the pole.
Oh man, I always wanted to say,
and painting with their beards.
Oh yeah.
This was
I never even realized that they were all painting with their beards. I know the gag where the one is painting with the other one's beard,
later on.
But I didn't realize that they were actually doing it, and the gag was that he was using another elf's beard, not his own.
And,
also, there's no female elves. I just realized
that. No, I noticed that early on. That's why I wasn't thinking they were reproducing.
Well, not to be fair, they could reproduce asexually or some other...
They're very humanoid, though. That's why I didn't make the assumption.
They're like King Piccolo's an elf.
Really quickly, though, I just want to say, all the time they've been here...
Elf. They're elves. What?
King Piccolo's an elf?
Dude, he's one of these elves.
Oh.
Because they don't have any women, so if they reproduce, they have to do it asexually.
So the Namekians are elves.
Yeah, there you
go.
What you're saying. Yeah, exactly. Namekians are Vendigums. Fuck, that should have been my vidiotic theory this month.
But anyway, all this time they never thought to make a paintbrush. They literally just have to tie some snipped off bedhead to a fucking wooden stick. What was I looking up?
I don't know. No one knows.
The Namekian elves vidiotic theory.
That's what I was looking up.
Vidiotic theories every month at youtube.com/@VidiocyTV.
Movie 19. No, not 10. Oh my gosh. I typed 1085 instead of 1985 this time. I'm going further back in time with these searches.
Yeah, this movie definitely did not come out in 1085.
This movie's not even set in 1085.
This movie's not even in 1085p or anything.
Okay, great, cool. I don't know anything about them.
So wait a minute now. It's what? It's Christmas Eve when Santa Claus is found by the elves.
Oh God,
right?
It is, isn't it?
Or is
Unless
it,
that calendar
or is it? I was gonna say, or is it like a couple days? It's just the Christmas season.
I don't know.
Because I mean, did he basically sleep one night and then the next day they're getting ready to deliver these toys all around the world? Because they did show him and Mrs. Claus sleeping.
Snowflakes. Yeah, they did. They showed everyone asleep. I mean, to be fair, he's not necessarily ready to do a Christmas Eve kind of thing, but the toys are definitely ready.
And it doesn't seem like there was a long passage, like it was the next Christmas or anything. Unless they, they were dead in the afterlife for like a year.
Oh, God.
Before they were revived. We don't know how time works exactly.
We really don't. We don't know any of this.
With these magical creatures. But it does feel like it's the same Christmas. Oh, excuse me.
I guess that would make some sense.
The actor who plays Santa Claus in this,
yeah.
I apologize, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he played the titular character in the Coen Brothers 90s movie, The Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Because Jeff Bridges' character is the dude. He's not the Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is another character.
Okay.
He's also
never seen it.
Sort of a red herring kind of thing, too, where it could be, it's the name of this character, but it's also something else.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not Jeff Bridges' character. He's the dude. Actually, I think his last name is Lebowski as well. I think that's where the confusion comes in.
I've never seen it. The only thing I know is the My Little Pony reference.
I have, and it's fine. I'm not in love with it, but it's not bad either. But I haven't seen it in probably 20 years now. I think it was 97, too, so we probably won't do it on the podcast next year.
Apparently, the studio that owns this movie used to have an agreement with Miramax.
All right.
But now Paramount does. They also used to have an agreement with Studio Ghibli. Ghibli, however, it's Ghibli, right?
I always say Ghibli.
I think it's Ghibli.
And the International Space Station is going to be overhead in just a moment.
Yep. That's 100% what's happening here.
It's Lavos!
Oh, no!
It's the red star from Chrono Trigger.
Oh, God, Lavos
This is actually just the sun exploding.
And destroy all those elves. And...
They've been here so long, the sun is exploding. Christmas is cancelled. Wow, that's a passed out cat in front of our TV.
She would not stop licking the pillow earlier.
Dylan was introduced for the first time to her licking the pillow during a recording. I don't know what the deal is. I guess Dylan's just not out here doing recordings and streams enough. But we deal with this all the time.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
We're playing GeoGuessr.
She was just licking that pillow.
Yes. She has to make sure her pillow is clean. No, one night we were streaming and she was doing that. I had to just pick up the whole pillow with her on it and put it over in your chair. Yeah.
Why she like licking it so much? It's like in the same spot too. Does she like the noise or something?
Either that or the texture. She doesn't think she cleaned it correctly. I truly don't know how her mind
Okay, what if you score the scene where they're dancing to the star to There's a Star, Man.
I was thinking of some other song, much more popular, but I don't know what it is. I don't even know where I've heard it for sure.
Well, speaking of songs, would that be a good point to transition into the return of the high five?
Sure.
Alex and I, or Lexi and I, prepared... we used to do, on the podcast, it used to be our gimmick, we would do a top 5 countdown that we called the high five. And at some point we abandoned it, but we have gone back to it sporadically throughout the years. And I thought, why not bring it back for this episode and do some holiday high fives?
I completely agree. Really quickly, not to interrupt this too badly. The Adventures of Paddington, is that the animated show that we like?
I believe so.
Apparently the studio who owns this owns that.
Good.
I did not know that.
I don't know why it's good.
They apparently own 30 television series, including that, Rambo, and The Avengers.
The crossover you never knew you needed. Santa Claus, Paddington, Rambo, and The Avengers. I really wish we'd done this ahead of time so you could have drawn that. There's not time for it, but maybe we can make like a little bonus piece of art.
Maybe. I'm throwing Paddington because...
Paddington would love being Santa Claus.
I had
the Avengers involved.
I had a plan for the thumbnail for this. It was going to involve elves. It was going to involve like...
Those are the elves
like Buddy the Elf and Dudley Moore from this and Hermie from... Rudolph, but I think I might have to switch it up now.
Pardon my asking, but are you Santa Claus?
Oh my gosh, that's a large machine gun you have, Mr. Rambo.
Dear Aunt Lucy. Be so clueless.
Dear Aunt Lucy, today I became a vigilante.
Santa Claus, can you get me a machine
Isn't
gun my
it in
own?
one of the stories his aunt and uncle are
Mr.
dead?
Claus.
Here we go, though. Let's connect all together.
Oh my God,
Rambo, of course, played by Sylvester Stallone, who also played Rocky. And the actor who plays the very aged elf here is Burgess Meredith, who played Mickey, Rocky's trainer, in the first couple of Rocky films.
Nice. I haven't seen those
hold
either.
his beard.
That's a heavy beard, man.
That's
More than 2, I think.
That's more beard than Dumbledore or Gandalf had.
I think more.
I don't know if it's more than those combined, though.
Hey,
that would be a lot of fucking beard.
I mean, is that his beard just braided into
a rope?
Tell. Just going over...
Maybe.
I can't tell if that's more of his beard or something else they're carrying.
I don't know what was it. She went to bow, and then she went to, like, grab Pat's hand so he'd bow with her, and then she just stood up realizing what am I doing?
I'm not sure what she did.
I think that is his beard. I think the end of his beard is braided, and it goes back the entire row of
oh my God.
half a dozen elves
Okay, he's got more beard than Dumbledore and Gandalf.
He's got more beard than everybody
That's the
combined.
most beard I've ever seen.
I did not realize that it goes to the other elves.
All the beards in the world.
I thought it was just wrapped around those elves right next to him. How many elves is that?
At least
At least
it looks like 6 aside.
It looked like 4 on either side, but I couldn't actually see both sides.
I don't know if it ever shows us exactly so we can count them, but
there seems to at least be 4 per side. At least 3 per side.
No, it's at least 4.
Yeah,
it's at least 4.
Okay, so that is at least 8. So instead of reindeer to fly his sleigh, he has elves to hold his beard.
That's where they came with the idea, though. 8 elves for beard, 8 elves for the sleigh. That's
8 reindeer.
No. We were gonna use elves, but then maybe reindeer would be a better
We realized that the elves
They were
couldn't
workshopping it. Well, they could if they used the reindeer.
That is a long bit. Okay, someone calculate how long
it was kind of cool thinking of the glitter and the reindeer food and them flying and everything, because I remember as a kid one time we got stuff for Santa and reindeer, and the reindeer food had glitter.
Let's go shoulder to shoulder from the elves. It's probably about 2 feet. So you got 2, 4, 6 on each side. It's got to come down his body and then back up to the elf.
So at least
and they're short, so they're
somebody
probably like 4 feet tall. So let's say 2, 4, 6, 10. I'm gonna go minimum 12 feet of beard.
That's a lot of beard.
I'd say somebody could do this math. Also, are we considering the fact that it's braided?
It is braided, but
things are typically a bit longer out of the braid.
I'm not sure how much.
And
I don't know how drastic.
I think it's wrapped around the hands of the first ones too.
It is. It's
wrapped around. That's why I'm going minimum 12 feet.
Sprinklers are like
15.
14, 15.
Possibly. Anyway, we were going to do a high five.
We were gonna do it, and I like I say, Lexi and I prepared one. Oh wait, we got a wider shot. I think there might be a 5th elf.
That might. I can't count. We have to freeze frame that and come back to it.
Honestly, might be a 5th elf.
Honestly, might be a pissed off elf. Like, why do I have to carry this damn beard all the time?
That's insane amount of beard.
So anyway, Gabby couldn't be bothered to do a high five.
I don't think I did. Do you know 5 Christmas songs?
Not names.
I did 3 high fives. And Lexi did at least 1.
You did 3?
I did 3.
You only told me about 2, so I only did 2.
You're fine, because I did my high five Christmas songs, but because wait, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 5 on each side.
Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, probably close to like 17.
So I'm gonna go
be between 15 and 20. It could be upwards of 20 at this point, yeah.
I won't go much higher than 20.
Yeah, probably not, but it could definitely be upwards 20.
Oh, but anyway, so yeah, we'll get into the list proper in just a minute because there's something I want to point out in the movie. But I will say, my favorite Christmas songs tend to be a little bit more melancholy because that's kind of how I feel at the holidays. Because even though I really love the time of the year and it's very jolly, for one thing, it's like it ends very quickly, it seems, and then there's the feeling of, oh, it's over, and the sadness accompanying that. And there's also, like, it's a great time of the year and you want to be happy, but either things aren't what you want them to be, or even if you're able to be happy, you think about all the rest of the suffering in the world, so it's hard to be completely happy. So I always like my holiday songs tinted with a bit of melancholy. But I do enjoy a lot of the more peppy, happy songs as well. So I did my high five Christmas songs and then my high five jolly Christmas songs. And that was also a way for me to just be able to do it without having to make my high five 10 songs long, because I really like a lot of holiday songs.
Yeah.
Those reindeers are tweaking like crazy. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I don't think that agreed with them. So Santa dons his hat and he prepares to take off, and as he goes into that, we'll get into our high five, but I want to pay attention to the movie for just a second. Yo. I like the fact that yo is the command. Feels very hip. Especially for 1985.
Yeah, kind of, definitely some
yo was
80s
popular
stuff.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
It'd be fucked up if they didn't take that curve and just plowed into the wall. They just took out a dozen elves.
That would be an awful way to start Christmas Eve.
I mean, I just want to say Santa was completely accepting of the fact they were going to fly, like, with no hesitation. Like, all right, He's doing
dead.
it.
So... He's like, okay, fine, I'm dead. Anything's possible.
If he's not,
I'm already dead. I can't die again.
I mean, they did say he would live. I do like the speech that the old elf gave him about how he could deliver all the presents in one night, about how he carries time with him.
Yeah.
He does say, the way he says it, though, you carry time with you until you finish your task. Is Santa Claus out for like 2 years?
Oh,
does it feel like 2 years to him to traverse the whole planet?
That I do not know.
Or does it feel fairly quick for him?
One of the reindeer is freaking out about flying.
Yeah, I thought
I guess they were not trained for this.
I do wonder, too, these reindeer, I mean, they're not real reindeer, right? They're puppets or something.
I would assume so.
Anyway, this is what
There's no way that can be real. They look adorable.
I like the transitions here where we have the hourglass and then you see the markers for the different centuries.
Yeah.
I like this bit of
Yeah,
the montage.
this is pretty cool.
Yeah, starting out in...
I was sitting there having to think about...
14th century, so I don't know if that's saying that we're doing the 14th century... You said it takes place in the
It starts in the 1300s.
So that's the 14th century, yep. So that right on. So this is the Christmas that, we saw him... suffering from exposure. So yeah,
I mean, technically, it could be a little longer. This is the century,
so he's right into it.
But yeah, probably.
Well, I assume that's what they mean. Is
I would assume.
Well, like I say, I'm guessing that doesn't actually start on Christmas Eve, but it's just close to Christmas in that village.
I agree.
And maybe just a day apart, because like I say, we see he and Mrs. Claus, and then we see the kids sending letters to Santa, and somebody, I think it was Casey, pointed out, how do they know to write to Santa? But they have a little line in here where the sort of head of the elves is like, more children are learning to write, so clearly it's like just through the years people learn the lesson.
Yeah, I figured this isn't like overnight.
Right,
the regular
more
tradition
started.
Now,
asking for what they want. I don't think he's just suggesting more kids are learning to write just in their own.
Yeah, I figured it's just this one of the traditions that show up over time and build over time.
Right, so I think it makes sense.
Like most Christmas
there's
traditions.
The joke we were talking about where the one elf is painting with the other's beard.
Is he also using his own beard to paint though?
No.
Yeah, no, he had like smaller pieces of his beard that he was using.
I wasn't sure what he
was. The one guy was using the other elf's bid, but that other elf was also using his own bid.
Jump cut to the 18th century, by the way.
Yes.
Big
which would have been 1700s with the cat.
The introduction of the naughty list, too.
Yes.
So it took him 4 years to develop the naughty list.
It did. But this is fun. 1700s. I've watched a Christmas movie set in the 1700s.
And there's a fun moment where Santa, at first, he's hesitant to have the naughty list, but he's like, okay, I'll make a naughty list.
Yeah.
He instructs the elves to make the list, but he points out that he'll be checking it twice.
Yeah. Lots of little Christmas nods.
Enough ado. Let's get into our high five Christmas/holiday songs.
Okay.
We usually go back and forth. So, this is my... Should I do my jolly Christmas songs list first or last?
Whichever one.
Okay, well, I'll do my overall Christmas songs list. So, my honorable mention, I always do an honorable mention.
Hold real quickly, I have to answer a previous question. They did use real reindeer for some scenes, but most of them, for ones that the deer could not do, they used animatronic puppets.
Interesting. All right, so 5 Nights of Santas.
Yep.
All right, high five Christmas songs, holiday songs. I mean, these are all basic Christmas-based because Christmas is the holiday I celebrate. Honorable mention, Someday at Christmas by the great Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder has a trio of great Christmas songs. Everyone's a Kid at Christmas Time, Someday at Christmas, which I'm spotlighting here. Do you have an honorable mention?
No.
Okay, so I'll go right into my number 5 as well, and also Twinkle Twinkle Little Me by Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Which I first heard in my favorite Christmas movie, which you'll see on the list in just a minute when we do that. But these two of them are certainly Someday at Christmas, with its opening line of Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys playing with bombs like kids play with toys. Certainly optimistic, but also acknowledging the atrocities of life, even at Christmas time. Very similar to what's going to be my number 1 pick as well. But I love Stevie, and I love his Christmas trio. And so Someday at Christmas, and of course, Twinkle Twinkle Little Me is going to make it at number 5.
Nice. I do want to say a couple things really quickly. One, without saying too much, I have a feeling our number 1s are going to be the same. But following that up. Exactly. But then I also have a little note for the number 5 and 4th spots on my list. Because I did not sit down and give this list a whole lot of thought. I did not listen through every Christmas song I've ever heard and decide my top 5. I immediately knew my top 3 and then just went with the first ones I thought of for the last 2. So number 5 is Buy Me Presents by Sabrina Carpenter. Because it's a fun song off of her Christmas album.
I like Sabrina Carpenter's nonsense Christmas remix.
Yeah, I liked it too.
And
the only reason Buy Me Presents beat it out is because it's original, whereas that's a redoing of a previous song she had done,
I should point out too, it's not going to make either list, but X to Next by Ariana Grande.
Thank you.
Thank you next.
Yes.
Thank you next by Ariana Grande. Not a Christmas song in any way, shape, or form, but Lexi was playing it on repeat one Christmas season, and so it's always stuck in my head as a Christmas song, as a part of my holidays. It makes me think of the holidays when I hear it. And Gabby, if you want to chime in anything about any of these songs, feel free to, even if you're not doing a proper high five. So you did 5?
Yes.
All right, so number 4 for me is Christmas Time Is Here by the Vince Guaraldi Trio from It's Christmas Charlie Brown.
Yes.
The main theme for the movie, the Christmas Time Is Here, with the children's choir singing. Again, beautiful song, but also a hint of melancholy in the vocals and the sort of haunting nature of it.
Definitely. Another good one, though, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I would hope so. They're my favorites. I hope they're good.
I mean, technically favorite is subjective, so... I never said half of mine are good. I just said they're my favorites. Is it my turn now again?
Sure.
Okay, the next one is actually an Ariana Grande song. It's Santa Tell Me, specifically the naughty version.
I'm not sure the differences, but I've heard that at least playing in the background.
I was going to say the regular version is a bit cleaner, and the naughty version, she just talks about wanting to get on top of him by the fireplace.
I haven't heard the specific lyrics. I just heard like the
and
chorus
letting him
and
on
heard in the background. So
yeah,
it's a pleasant song.
Yeah,
it doesn't offend me to have it on during my holidays.
We have our Christmas song playlist.
We should point out we've made it to the 20th century in the movie
nice,
now.
very
modern
nice.
times.
Yes, 1900s.
Well, modern times for the time.
Yes.
I like the Elf-Maid stamp.
I do too. The comic has it on the back of it.
Nice. All right.
So I was trying to say really quickly, we have our Christmas playlist, and then I have a separate Christmas pop music playlist that has like all the Ariana Grande and Sabrina Carpenter and all of that.
All right. So picking up the high five Christmas songs, number 3 is Christmas by Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
One a lot of people may not be familiar with. It's on the Very Special Christmas Collection, Volume 3.
Yeah.
It's with the Keith Haring art on the cover. It's probably originally to benefit maybe an AIDS charity or something.
Probably something. I don't know the history behind it.
I'm sure it was to benefit something. And yeah, it's another one that has that sort of melancholy feel. Like it's hopeful too, but it also starts off, comes a time for Christmas, and I really have to ask, with all this feeling merry, how much longer must it last?
Kind of. You're mentioning all of these, and it does remind me of another Sabrina Carpenter song, which I guess is technically Christmas because it's on her Christmas album. And I mean, okay, it is kind of about Christmas, but she's just asking if it's New Year's yet because she just wants to get through the holiday. Holiday sucks. She wants it done.
Holidays.
See, I don't feel like the holidays suck. They're bad, but I feel like there is the dichotomy of happiness and struggle.
Yeah, no, I agree. And hers isn't even entirely like that. It's not even it sucks. It's about like the loneliness and seeing the couples and everything like that during the holidays. It's not even necessarily
that too. It's also just the dichotomy of joy and sadness because it's like it's great when it comes, but then it's gone so fast. And it'd be nice if we could maintain this. Throughout the year. Maybe it wouldn't feel as special, but
the world would be a bit better.
And we should point out in the movie, too, we're introduced to one of our main protagonists, the, I suppose, homeless kid, Joe.
Yeah.
That sounds like the name of a band, Homeless Kid Joe.
Kind of.
And then he's going to see his opposite in the film, the rich kid. What is her name? Claire?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
That may not be right. I'm not sure.
Claire's the girl from the Nutcracker, isn't it?
I could not tell you.
It absolutely is. I read that book so many times. I love it.
Oh, Claire! I thought you meant the actress had been in the Nutcracker.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
And Joe sees the corner Santa here stealing money from the holiday till and taking a swig of his alcohol. Not exactly in the Christmas spirit. But what is in the Christmas spirit is number 2 on my list of high five Christmas songs. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and there's multiple renditions of this. I don't know what the original one was. I don't even know what my favorite is. I just want, again, a slightly more down, melancholy version of it. I don't want it to be real peppy and happy, because it is happy.
Hey, you already at number 2 on your list?
Yeah, I just did number 3.
I haven't done number 3.
Okay,
Please give me.
We'll get back to Alice, because I can't really edit this out.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So, but Have Yourself a Merry... And it is happy, but I think of, like, the line, like, through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow, and that sort of feeling of... You hope to be around the people you care about, but a lot of times you're pulled away from them.
Yeah.
So that's like the big moment in that song to me. But still a hopeful song, but again, with a tinge of melancholy. So I guess you need to catch up and give us 3 and 2.
Okay, well, number 3 on my list is Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift. Typical Christmas music, like fun, happy, etc. Taylor Swift. And then number 2 is Christmas Truce by Sabaton.
That's a good song. And that's another one that's sort of... I like it, too, because it points out the absurdity of some of the things we do as people. The idea, and I know it's legitimate, too, the idea of soldiers having a truce.
Yeah, I mean, it's based on a true story. That's
and it's
something I love about
we can be chill
general.
and be totally friendly and fine here, and then the next day we're going to start killing each other again.
Yeah, that's like the one thing I just sit here like, damn, they really did that, and then went about killing each other.
And look, I'm not saying that's happened in every war and every conflict ever, but I'm saying it does happen. It's not unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean, this is specifically about the Christmas truce in 1914 during World War I, where British, German, and French troops all left their trenches and did get along and helped each other bury their dead and exchange Christmas things and all that.
But the idea that you're going to do that,
but then, the next day went back to fighting. And also, I mean, it's been noted that historically, at least known, it has not happened again, ever, in any war, again, known, for two reasons. One, technology advances, making it a little less likely and everything, but also, two, because of higher-ups banning it, and just banning you from interacting with other troops.
The bear statue.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's the one down thing, is like, I listen to it, I'm like, oh, this is so sweet, and it's like, they went back to killing each other the next day.
I'd say another honorable mention I could have thrown on my list that feels similar in tone to that song. It has no lyrics, though. It's Christmas in Sarajevo by Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Nice.
As far as I know, they're all instrumental. Yeah, my dad was a big fan of theirs, and that song in particular, and it has a very similar musical spirit to that song.
I don't know what it was exactly, because I didn't save it or anything, but I saw some sort of post, maybe video, maybe photo. Somebody was talking about, you can't have Christmas metal music or something, and then somebody else was just sitting here like, okay, I give you an entire Christmas metal band then.
Christopher Lee did a whole metal Christmas album, maybe more than one.
It was such a crazy thing. Yeah, somebody was like, that's not Christmas vibes, you can't do it. And it's like, well, here's an entire very successful band who fucking did it.
What are you up to?
Well, I had to do number one after. So you should be at your number one.
You said it was going to be the same. You can see
my list. I cannot read your list. I'm visually impaired.
You know what number one is.
I would hope I do, yes. Exactly. Same.
The greatest Christmas song of all time.
Exactly.
I first heard it in ads for something like Christian Children's Fund. It may not have been that, but it was some sort of charity that advertised on television. They use in their commercials. And it struck me there. But when it really got to me was we were coming home from Christmas, and we always spent Christmas at my grandparents' house, an hour away in the city capital. And normally we would come home via the interstate and then various back roads to avoid traffic and traffic lights.
Makes
but
sense.
There was another more direct route where you could just take the Highway 378 all the way back home, but you would go through town. And I'm assuming this Christmas we needed to stop by one of my other relatives' house or something, because there weren't a lot of stores open or anything. But for whatever reason, or maybe we just did it that way just to break up the monotony because it was Christmas Day and there wouldn't be that much traffic. But for whatever reason, we went through town. We went down this road. I specifically remember passing like Two Notch Road and the car dealership and whatnot, and that song playing. And it was, it's the end of Christmas Day, basically. It was Christmas afternoon. We were going home. We'd have our own little Christmas celebration at home, but the holiday was wrapping up.
Yes.
And that feeling of melancholy of like, so this was Christmas. What did we do leading up to it? Did we get anything done? We've had our Christmas. Now where are we going? And it's just, that's always how Christmas has felt to me and probably always will. So that's easily number one for me.
Definitely. To me, it's not Christmas season until we've heard that song. Really quickly, I wanted to say two things. First of all, he invented paintbrushes for his machine. He can't invent them for the elves to use. Two, it stood out to me when we watched this the other day. There's a lot of yellow. So much more yellow than I would expect for Christmas / Santa's
The machine, of course, you're talking
workshop.
about, there was a competition between Patch and one of the other elves to be Santa's assistant, and Patch automated his toy assembly, which it comes back to bite him.
Yes.
But at least initially, he's able to make way more toys than the other elf, so he gets the assistant's job.
Yes.
All right, so I'll throw on top of that high five my quick high five Jolly Christmas songs. And I'll try to run down it a little quicker than we did this one. And again, there's others that could be on both of these lists.
Yes.
I wanted to try to include, like I say, since there was such a dire line of demarcation between some of my favorite Christmas songs and some of my others. As you see, Joe's going to be looking in the window wishing he could get some McDonald's. So
Major marketing here.
Okay, but it's also extremely realistic.
Well, and realistic, too.
Realistic, too, because you got a kid on the street who doesn't have very much to eat. You got a fast food restaurant, big windows in the front, people sitting there eating their food.
Yeah, no, it's definitely realistic. It was just different. A lot. I mean, I think a lot of the Christmas movies I watched are set a little prior to McDonald's, so you're not going to have. Yeah. You're probably not going to have a restaurant, period. But if you are, it's not going to be in your face McDonald's.
Product placement, but how realistic is that too? How?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not complaining. It's like that is
in the U.S. experience.
Exactly, that is very much in my face product, but it's also very realistic. It's not
Cornelia,
a complaint.
I think is the little girl's name.
Okay, makes sense.
And for most of the movie, we just see her and her nanny. We know her parents aren't around. She lives with her uncle, but we don't even get to introduce her uncle until over halfway through the movie, probably, and it's sort of the big reveal of the movie who her uncle turns out to be. And here, after her nanny's gone to have her coffee, Cornelia's going to dish up a plate and leave it out for Joe, including more product placement. With a bright, shiny red can of Coke.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really that moment of the movie that I really noticed it, because you've got the McDonald's followed up by Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I feel like it would be more appropriate to do my somewhat melancholy Christmas songs over the scene of the little girl leaving the food out for the homeless boy, but we're up to my jolly Christmas songs now. So my high five jolly Christmas songs, aka the other half of my top 10 Christmas songs, probably. We're going to start with honorable mention, Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney, maybe Paul McCartney and Wings, from it's post-Beatles Paul McCartney. Everybody, I'm sure, has heard Simply Having... Yes. And then, truly, that's the best part of the song, but it's always part of the background of Christmas to me.
Yes.
Number 5, Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC, the classic hip-hop Christmas ballad from the original Very Special Christmas compilation.
That's the first song that stood out to me in Die Hard.
I'm sure most people are familiar with that, too, even if they don't know it by name. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Dun, dun,
I can't remember whether or not a song plays before that, but I was watching Die Hard and that comes on in the movie. I'm like, hey, it's that song. Like, immediately.
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens. Moving on to number 4, This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. Also performed by Chris Brown in the Christmas movie This Christmas, but I'll defer to the original. But no matter what, great Christmas song in This Christmas. I don't want to butcher it, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure most people are familiar with all these songs. A quick search, you could look them up if you haven't heard them. Number 3 is The Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams. And I also love the ESPN parody of it for Bowl Week, because college football season, the bowl games from the right before Christmas up through New Year and the day after, you got, multiple bowl games every day, and they used to do a parody of it. It's the most wonderful time of the year, but they changed it. There'll be, flea flickers for this. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Flea flickers a football play. But they changed it to football themed lyrics, and I thought that was clever too. But I always liked The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And I wanted to do a parody of it for Cheapsmas too, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Number 2, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives. Also heard in it's in Rudolph, right? Not Frosty. Yeah, Rudolph.
I don't know. I don't remember soundtracks. No, you say it, and I'm not even thinking song.
Burl Ives voices the snowman in Rudolph. In the Rankin and Bass Christmas special, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Yeah,
it's the best time of the year.
You saying it, and obviously I know the song. I can hear the song. But the first thing to pop in my mind isn't the song. It's a quote from Gossip Girl, where it's just the voice saying, the voice of Gossip Girl saying, have a holly jolly Christmas, or whatever, as one of her sign-offs. Just because you were speaking it. Hearing it spoken makes me think that instead of the song.
Uh-huh.
Okay, anyway. Next on your list? Or is that it?
No, we'd be up to number 1.
Okay.
So number 1 on my High Five Holly Jolly Christmas songs. I used to include this in my top 5 Christmas songs before I'd heard a few more Christmas songs, and before I decided to sort of draw a line in the sand between jolly and melancholy. Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano.
Wonderful.
Classic Christmas song. Gotta have that during the holidays.
First remember hearing a version of Feliz Navidad in yes.
Yeah. I'll go to the original, but I'm sure there's many. And like most of these songs, there may be multiple good versions of them.
Oh, probably. I can very vividly remember that.
Even Happy Xmas War is Over. Melissa Etheridge and Jimmy Buffett both do very fine covers of it. I'm sure many others do as well.
I don't think I've ever heard a cover of that song.
I'll play you the Jimmy Buffett one after this. I've got it on CD. And
I was going to say, I bet there's plenty online, I'm sure. I just don't think... I've definitely never sought it out. I want to hear the original,
honestly, of all the songs on here, I would say I've never heard a cover of Christmas in Hollis. I haven't heard a cover of the Stevie Wonder songs. And I haven't... Well, Christmas Time is Here, even. I don't think I've ever heard another version of that. Or Christmas by Blues Traveler. But most of the others... Yeah, even Wonderful Christmas. Oh, and I will say one more honorable mention that probably should have made one of the lists, but I didn't slip it on. Let's call it another honorable mention for the Jolly Christmas list. Would be Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys.
Okay, that's
good.
Fair.
Good song, and I love the little part where it's, Christmas comes this time each year. That's the best part. Like Wonderful Christmas Time, that line itself stands out to me.
Yeah. Do you happen to know which Christmas special it is that I'm thinking of?
I did not know there was a Door Christmas special. I did not know there were multiple Door Christmas specials.
There had to have been a Christmas special if we're sitting here thinking about her singing Feliz Navidad.
It wouldn't have to be a Christmas special. It could just be the Christmas episode.
That's essentially a special at that point. Anyway.
But I figured that's where you were going.
I was just curious. According to this, there are at least 3. Though one of them is newer because it says it's CGI, so it's definitely not that one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But the other 2, there's one from 2002 called A Present for Santa, where she helps Santa deliver presents. And then one in 2009 called Dar's Christmas Carol Adventure. Their swiper has ended up on the naughty list, and Dar has to help him find the Christmas spirit. Which one was it, Father?
None of them sound familiar.
Damn it. Both sound okay enough, but I don't know which one it was.
Meanwhile, in the movie, Joe's going out for a joyride with Santa. A joyride with Santa. And they're trying to get the reindeer to perform the Super Duper Looper.
Yeah.
Which I guess is just going to be them circling around.
Something like that.
Upside, like a
but
roller
the poor reindeer is still scared of flying. How many years later?
Damn, they almost hit that tower.
How many years later?
Tower? You mean the building?
Yeah.
Skyscraper.
I guess you could call it a tower. I've heard building referred to.
Anyway, we started in the 1300s.
Like the Nakatomi Tower in Die Hard.
Exactly.
Not a Christmas movie. Look, wait. I don't mind stating that. I firmly believe it is not a Christmas movie. However, if it is a Christmas movie to you, I fully support that. Whatever means Christmas to you, whatever movies, songs, activities, unless, it's a murder spree or something. But anything, not hurting anybody, anything that you enjoy that speaks... like I say, there's an Ariana Grande song about
that's
her
not at all Christmas.
That has nothing to do with Christmas that makes me think of Christmas.
Yeah.
And I will acknowledge that Die Hard at least has more Christmas to it than that song.
Oh, definitely.
So again, if you,
I still feel as though
if
maybe
you find
not
that or Gremlins or Batman Forever or the Harry Potter movies, anything like that, if that's part of your Christmas tradition and it feels like a Christmas movie to you, I fully support that. I just personally don't see Die Hard as a Christmas movie. I will argue Christmas is not central to the theme. If you take Christmas time out of it, the movie works exactly the same. It was released in July, for fuck's sake. It's not a Christmas movie. But
also, real quickly, wait, you're saying you don't see it as a Christmas movie? Can we also point out that you haven't seen it? Just a little disclaimer.
I don't need to see it. I've seen the sequel. The third one's the best.
I haven't seen the sequels. I've only seen
the third one has Sam Jackson. We were supposed to do the third one on the podcast this year, but
I'll get around to watching those now that I've seen the first one.
But illness and scheduling conflicts caused us to miss a few episodes early. Hopefully we'll be more consistent next year.
I will say, okay, vibes-wise, and in terms of Christmas spirit and the general feel of Christmas and message of Christmas, that sort of stuff, sure, one of my favorite Christmas movies has more Christmas, more of those vibes, but little Christmas, like Christmas aesthetic and the holiday, Die Hard has more of it than my favorite Christmas movie.
And look, let me say this. I have seen
one of my favorites.
I have seen Gremlins. I saw Gremlins in the fucking theater.
I have not seen Gremlins. Why have you not shown me Gremlins
Gremlins ain't a
yet?
fucking Christmas. I like Gremlins 2 better.
I want to see Gremlins because I like the little guy. What's his name? Gizmo?
Yeah, remember watching Gremlins 2 together, Dylan?
Yeah.
There's another movie we watched without you.
I know.
You're busy all...
I'm a very busy person, yes.
No, it's different now, but it used to be that Gabby and I would stay up late together and do stuff like that, and you'd be asleep, so we'd miss out on doing stuff like that.
And when I was awake, I was usually busy. I eventually had a job. I'd go babysit or go do this or that. I did scouts for a while as a kid, so
all right, how do we feel about tinsel on a tree? Not tinsel, I'm sorry. Tinsel is the hangy stuff.
Yes.
Garland on a tree.
I'm fine with it.
I like Garland. Your mom wanted to argue she didn't want Garland on the tree this year, and I mean, to be fair, we didn't buy anything.
Yeah, no, I remember this conversation.
I didn't really want to untangle the Garland from downstairs.
And then we saw the tree, and it was like, maybe we should have done the Garland.
We got a new Christmas tree this year because our old Christmas tree broke because we used an artificial tree just for convenience.
Yeah. Maybe safety for the cats.
Maybe, but also we don't have to replace it every year.
Yeah. I was going to say really quickly, it may not have been enough for the whole tree, but you technically did not have to... Nice. You technically did not have to go untangle old Garland in the basement. You have Garland on your shelf.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to take that down. That's part of the decorations on my shelf.
That's been up for
and that's not that much.
Now. Yeah, that's why I said it's probably not enough for the tree.
It's a little bit bigger tree than normal, and we probably do have enough ornaments to fill it in. Oh, yeah, we definitely do. We didn't have as much on the older Christmas tree, which is mainly what we stuck to.
Yeah.
It does feel like it could use a little bit of garland. Now, tinsel, I won't put tinsel on the tree because of the pets.
Yeah.
Because it can be dangerous to the pets.
Mikey would 100% walk up to the tree and she'd have a feast of tinsel.
Yeah, and
that is not... Bad. Yeah, that's not a risk I want to take. That's not a vet bill I'd like to pay.
Okay, here's a question. And you guys don't have as much experience with it, so you may not even have an answer. But when it comes to tinsel, do you hang each individual strand or you just toss it up there?
You don't do each individual strand. You do little clumps, but you do kind of separate it. Yes.
There's no one right way to do it.
Yeah, do it however you want. If you want to do each individual strand, have fun. Call me in 2 days when you're done.
Gabby, what about you? Do you even know what tinsel is?
We have to. We've had it on our trees before.
Yeah, sure.
I remember. Really? Oh, yeah, I remember Mom doing it when we were kids.
I guess we haven't always had pets.
Yeah, we didn't.
At least live-in pets.
Yeah, we didn't have live-in pets at the time. I mean, they came in and out, I guess. There's a little
Easter egg. You do get to see our uncle in the portrait on the mantle, but we haven't actually seen him as a character in the movie yet.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the movie before, you're still kind of in the dark of who he is.
I saw there was a little gift box in one of those stockings, but it looks like the stocking is empty. That is just a gift box.
That is a big Christmas tree behind them. Speaking of large Christmas trees.
Also, speaking of stockings, I recently saw... I don't know if it was actually something official that American Girl was selling. I think it was. Or maybe it was just a video about American Girl. But I saw people with large enough stockings and an American Girl doll as a stocking stuffer.
So Santa just leaves this kid in this other kid's house. Like, yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah. Really quickly, though, an American Girl as a stocking stuffer, either one, I hope that that's just how you present your big gifts, or two, somebody please kill me. How the hell is a stocking stuffer a $200 doll?
Here's when the toys from Patch's automated machines start.
Reasons why we don't...
To be fair...
Automation is not always the best.
I don't know that these parents should have just kicked these toys aside right away. I would have been trying to put them back together.
It's just shit. That difficult.
Just ain't gonna work.
It's like some wooden screws.
Yeah, and this is the dark scene, right? This bus just plows down the corner and runs over this kid. That kid could have easily been chasing after that.
I realized that wagon, the colors on it look so similar to the toy box that I used to have.
Oh my god.
At my great-grandmother's house.
I was going to bring that up when we were talking about like wooden toys. You play with some toys like that
at
my grandmother's house. They weren't necessarily your toys, and they weren't when we were buying you regularly. But then again, we're talking the beginning of the 2000s when it's really starting to change.
I wonder if that toy box is still there.
I don't know.
Well, I've been told that anything that was there is still there because nobody has messed with the house or gone in to claim any of their stuff for some reason. But my curiosity is, was the toy box left there? Like, when I grew out of the toys and when any kids visiting kind of grew out and we moved away and didn't visit as often, did the toy box just get left there?
So how did these people return? I mean, it's one thing for letters to get there. How did these get returned?
This is a question that I have for this universe.
Plus, they fell into the fireplace and they didn't just immediately go up in flames. So I guess they at least were able to make them flame retardant.
Well, maybe not flame retardant. It might just take a moment to catch.
I mean, wood's pretty flammable, and you got paint on it.
Have you witnessed? Kind of paint it is. Have you witnessed me trying to light wood?
No.
It is not very flammable when I'm the one trying to light it. Trust me.
I mean, they've already got a fire going, burning wood, though. It's not like you're trying to take a match or a lighter or something.
I have those freaking logs that come in the paper that are supposed to be really easy to light, and I failed to light one of them.
I understand, but they already have a fire going. The wood is already burning in the fire. You're just adding more fuel to the fire.
But no, I was going to say, one time I tried to do that, and I smothered the fire. So anyway, yes, welcome to I Suck at Fires, don't trust me. I could not survive an ever. But no, this is a question that I have for the whole universe of this, is not only are these toys somehow getting returned to Santa, but like this is a real world where Santa is legitimately making toys and just dropping them off, and yeah, that's how it works. You grow up at some point and he stops giving you toys. This is not anything else. I have a lot of questions about the whole logistics of all of it.
And before Santa could fire him, Patch. I mean, to be fair, we don't even know for sure that Santa was going to fire him. Maybe he was just going to have a talk with him, but Patch just abdicated his position on his own rather than give Santa the chance to fire him.
Exactly. Now he's going to abandon his reindeer, too. I was still researching.
I don't know why Patch. He just doesn't like me. Like, I mean, Santa didn't even fire me. You quit, pal. You didn't even give Santa a chance to say anything. Your machine messed up. Maybe you need to fix it, but why is that interpreted as Santa just doesn't like me?
Yeah,
like Santa didn't say anything.
He's taking this
dysregulated emotions.
Very emo.
Really quickly, I searched it up which Christmas special contains Feliz Navidad, because surprisingly it's not in all three of them.
It turns out it's not Dora after all. It was Backyardigans.
Oh gosh. No, it was Dora. It was the
Pablo.
It was the 2002 one, A Present for Santa. So now I'm going to go find out if that's streaming on Paramount. And technically, according to that is just season 2 episode something. I know, the sad little reindeer. Now, did they make a real deer or an animatronic? This is my kind of
Christmas story. It's not all... Oh, I hope they didn't make the real deer. He's back there squeezing his balls or something.
What the fuck?
I heard they used to get Mr. Ed to make his mouth move by sticking a carrot up his ass. That may be apocryphal, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go back to looking up
Two things here. Dudley Moore / Patch leaving the North Pole makes me think of Buddy the Elf leaving in the Will Ferrell Christmas movie Elf.
I've only seen that movie once or twice, but yes.
Same, but I'm familiar with it. In different circumstances, obviously. But the idea of the elf leaving. And also, man, where's he going? Like, there's just nothing there.
I know.
Alright, so now we get introduced to John Lithgow as the villain of the movie. Spoilers, also Cornelia's uncle. And John Lithgow, he's going to be playing Dumbledore in the upcoming Harry Potter series.
Interesting.
For anybody interested in that. But, all-time great actor, especially from, my generation.
Still really sad that the first Dumbledore didn't stick around for all
John Lithgow clearly having a ball, hamming it up as the villain here.
Yeah. And
these scenes here with the flammable doll and the teddy bear they rip open, and it's got, nails and broken glass and sand in it. That kind of stuff always stuck with me, too. Just, damn, that's dark.
Yeah, okay, so I've found...
wow, a Senate committee actually fucking doing good for the public? This is clearly fiction.
I mean, yeah.
Actually standing up for the people? When does that ever happen?
This is tragic. Oh God, in so many ways. Why do you have googly eyes?
Why do they have like a mail basket there? For your
that I don't know either.
Why are there glass and nails in there?
I don't know. But anyway, I found...
I guess is the idea.
Yeah. I found a bonus episode for
glass and nails.
Probably.
Well, I mean, if you have glass and... It's surplus. It's leftover. It's waste.
Yeah.
So they're able to pick it up cheap.
Anyway, I found a bonus episode for us. Wait, we must go...
Not this year.
Probably not, but we must watch the first Christmas episode thing. It's on Paramount Plus. I don't know how long it is.
2002?
Yep.
Okay, well, 2027, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
Anniversary.
Just 2 years from now. One of these guys is a little more sensible than the other. Slightly.
John Lithgow, classic villain in a lot of movies from the 80s, but he also he was the father in the television series Third Rock from the Sun, where they were an alien family living on Earth. Classic first season, it kind of fell off after that. Also played the trans character in The World According to Garp.
Okay.
The 80s movie with Robin Williams as Garp. It was a good movie.
Okay.
I mean, like I say, long time ago. There's a movie with he and Alfred Molina, who played Doc Ock in in Spider-Man 2 and came back for the more recent Marvel Spider-Man. Another outstanding actor. I love him as the I can't remember the character's name, but one of the heavies in Maverick.
Okay.
You remember Maverick, right, Dylan?
I was about to say, I have not seen this.
What Maverick?
You remember the movie Maverick, right?
Not really.
Oh, then
Describe it.
The card playing movie, the Western card playing movie with Mel Gibson as the gambler.
I guess.
Oh man, I love
Vaguely.
Maverick. I guess we'll have to watch that again. But Alfred Molina's in that, and also there's a movie where he and John Lithgow play domestic partners, and they have to separate because they can't afford to live together anymore. It's not a really sad movie, but I've heard it's really good, and they're really good in it. It's another one I'd like to see.
He did something in Shrek.
Who did?
John Lithgow.
He's the Lord Farquaad.
Ah, makes sense. Okay. That would be the most recognizable villain.
If you look at John Lithgow's credits, he's got a ton of them.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through them a bit.
I remember him. He was the villain in the Denzel Washington movie Ricochet.
Okay.
Really good. Like I say, he probably played the villain in more things than he did.
Oh, he was in The Crown.
A heroic. Oh yeah, because I remember he pointed that out. He played Churchill, right?
I think so.
He pointed that out when he was cast as Dumbledore, saying, I pulled off British there. I think I can handle it here because obviously
I liked him.
This series is deviating from what the movies did by casting all British actors, which is whatever. I don't really have a stance on it one way or the other.
Yeah,
I do like the spats he's wearing. Do you guys know what spats are? They're like those white things that cover your shoes when you're wearing a suit. Like Scrooge McDuck wears them, but he doesn't wear shoes.
I don't like Scrooge
spats
McDuck.
Look pretty cool.
Scrooge McDuck can absolutely go fuck himself.
Aw, DuckTales Scrooge McDuck is good.
Okay, that's great. Disney Dreamlight Valley, he just wants my money, and I want him to go jump off the edge of the map.
That's one. You can't base... That's not the original.
I don't know him from anything
I'm
else,
not saying he's not a greedy fuck.
I mean, yeah, he is absolutely a greedy fuck.
He's not that bad in DuckTales, though.
I haven't seen DuckTales. That's another thing you watched without me.
Also, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Obviously, he plays Scrooge.
Obviously.
It's a really good adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
You may not have. It's one I'd like to show you guys.
Okay.
But there's just
Can I show you the Barbie one?
There's so little time around the holidays, it feels like, there's so many things I'd like to share with you guys, and then by the time we really get to settle down and start watching anything, it's already Christmas.
I've seen the Barbie one.
Like Christmas Day, I'll watch something Christmas.
And the other one you showed us.
But after Christmas Day, I can't really watch Christmas stuff.
I agree.
The one Christmas
Maybe
thing,
the day after, but for the most part, no.
The one Christmas thing I will watch all year round, and I'm not even saying I'll watch it consistently, is the Mythbusters Christmas special. The one where Adam and Jamie build the Rube Goldberg Christmas machine.
Yeah.
And Carrie and Tori and Grant test what you can use to keep your Christmas tree looking good longer, and whether or not frozen turkeys can be dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a holiday episode, and it feels like the holidays, and I like to watch it around the holidays. But if it comes on, if I'm watching it and it's not the holidays, I don't immediately turn it off. Even like the AVGN Christmas episodes, which I love, I don't watch them unless it's Christmas time.
Reasonable.
Like the one he did this year, it didn't feel like a Christmas episode. He put the hat and the jacket on, but it wasn't a fucking Christmas episode. It was a totally fine episode. I would watch it if it wasn't Christmas. And like he did Final Fantasy VI one year. That didn't feel that much like a Christmas episode, so I would watch that if it wasn't Christmas. But any of the really Christmas themed stuff, I love it to death. But it's not the Christmas season, and it doesn't feel right to watch it any other. And now, I will say, I used to be a big stick. When I was a kid, I didn't care. We just started celebrating Christmas when we started celebrating. I didn't have any say over it. And when it started, I was fine with it. When it was done, it was time to move on.
Yeah.
When I got older, I used to be a stickler for, okay, we don't start Christmas until at least after Thanksgiving or December 1st. I don't really know where I drew the line in the sand, but I had one.
I feel like you started with December 1st and then moved to Thanksgiving.
As I got a little older, I'm like, I really like the Christmas season.
It just slowly built.
Why am I cutting myself off from it? It's November 1st, let's start celebrating Christmas stuff.
And now you'd like to start in October.
For one thing, Thanksgiving is not a big holiday to me, other than just getting together with whatever family I feel like I once shared a post.
Thanksgiving is one day, Christmas is an entire season.
So it's just part of the holiday season, so I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, now I wanted to start including Halloween as part of my Christmas season. Christmas decorations and Halloween decorations start going up together, and we start listening to Christmas music in October. We still acknowledge Halloween. We still have all the trappings of Halloween and all the spooky stuff. But it's still... I can still start doing Christmas stuff in October. Let's make the holidays last longer, because it is the most wonderful time of the year to me.
I agree. I love all of the later holiday season vibes. Just to like the end of the year is a great time of year.
All the fall
It's also a shitty time of year, but it's a great one.
I mean, technically Christmas is winter, but it's the very beginning of winter.
Yeah, literally. It's literally just a few days after winter. We were talking about that the other day,
too. Like, through most of my life, Christmas feels like winter.
Like right now feels like winter, but no, it's fall.
December feels like
winter. Like, even January feels like very late winter. In fact, by February, we're getting into spring by February.
By the end of February,
even November feels winterish.
I agree.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like okay, thinking of November, I think fall. And of course, I think Thanksgiving, fall. But then just thinking vibes and timing of November, I'm thinking winter. I remember I used to think that winter started like around November 22nd. I thought Thanksgiving was around the start of winter. But no, Christmas is, absolutely. Christmas is just the winter solstice holiday.
Now here's the seasons to me. It's like summer is June, July, and August. Fall is September and October. Winter is November, December, and January, and everything else is spring. That's the seasons to me.
Fair. Think about all the places where, like, it's already snowing this time of year, and, like, significantly, reliably snowing this time of year. Snow is just part of the fall weather.
I was thinking about that, because I was thinking about the song. I've had the song I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas stuck in my head the last couple of days. I think I've had 2 white Christmases my entire life.
I can remember one.
I think one time in Sumter, South Carolina, it actually snowed a few days before Christmas, but there was still snow on the ground on Christmas Day. And then I think the first year we lived in North Carolina, it snowed on Christmas Day.
Was Grammy with us that year?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. Yeah, because I remember that because she was telling me she really hoped for a white Christmas, and then we actually got one.
In the movie right now, Patch has come to work for the nefarious toy maker BZ.
Yeah.
And he's going to make a lollipop for the Christmas season. And this is where I was first introduced to the color puce. BZ's assistant suggests puce.
Very odd sound, but yes.
He says it's like fuchsia, and fuchsia is what color is fuchsia exactly?
It's like a pinkish purple.
Okay. It feels like that. But what is the color that I always think is it chartreuse that's green?
Is it green?
Yeah.
There's some color that's green that I always think.
I thought chartreuse is blue, and I think it's green.
No.
Well, is it green? And I was thinking, I don't know.
It's not a shade of red. Is my point. And I would always think I would think of chartreuse as like some variant of red, pink, purple in that spectrum.
I definitely think cool tones.
And it's
chartreuse.
green.
What color is chartreuse?
Green.
Okay, it's green. So maybe I used to think it was blue.
And then
I'm linking it more green as the years go on, but.
And then puce, I would think of as green when you say it. I mean,
kind of, yeah.
He points it out. Sounds like
he points it out. He
says either sounds like a pukey green or like a fleshy pink. No, I'm thinking fleshy pink.
Just hearing puce, I think like I don't know, like a purplish almost, like a light purplish.
He says
reddish purple.
He says it's fuchsia, but with a little less lavender, a little more pink, or something to that effect. So he clearly points out that it's in the red pink spectrum. But hearing puce, that sounds like I guess maybe because of puke, like puke green.
Yeah.
Puce sounds like green to me. Even hearing in the movie, I think green at first until he explains it.
I'm still scrolling through John Lithgow's credits.
Yeah, they're legion.
Oh, that's an interesting shade. I don't dislike that. Yeah, one of How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
He at least appeared in that.
He wasn't a regular.
I didn't click that. I remember liking that show.
He wasn't one of the main characters, but
I remember watching it at my uncle's house.
He was also like the heavy, like the mayor or the head of the school or whatever in Footloose.
Have I seen that?
I doubt it.
I don't think I have.
Grampy liked it a lot. I think it's the movie that I Need a Hero comes from originally.
Maybe.
It's about like not even Midwest. I think it's like Oklahoma or
I've definitely heard music from it.
It's like a town that doesn't allow dancing.
Interesting.
And the kids
Twilight
put on
Zone,
a
the
dance.
movie. Not seen it, but it's listed here.
What?
Twilight Zone, the movie.
Okay. Yeah. I
also,
may have seen it.
Also, Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it, but I've been considering
And there's the big reveal in the movie that VZ is her uncle.
Yes.
And it's odd, too. At the end of the movie, he gets, like, sent off into space, and she has, like, nobody to care for, and she goes to live in the North Pole for just a year. She's going to come back after a year.
Exactly. Who is she going back to?
I
expected the ending to be Santa to adopt both of them.
Yeah, maybe they think better, but I mean, they are just on the high of just
I was going to say maybe two. Maybe they say, like, a year.
What?
If Santa can just take people to North Pole, why didn't he bring Joe up here?
He does at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
in the meantime, I don't know. Yeah, it's like he just leaves. You'll be fine here, right? Yeah, I'll be great for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Nobody questions the way of Santa. Or the ways of Santa. We were talking about Christmas movies, specifically watching them at Christmas time, but maybe some Christmas things that you might watch year round. The Barbie movies, I would pretty much only watch at Christmas time. My only exception is if I decide. Yes, obviously. The only exception.
I ain't watching Barbie unless it's Christmas.
I don't have time for that.
Barbie at the beach, Barbie fashion fairy tale, Barbie fucks her best friend. I can't watch any of that unless it's Christmas time.
My question is rich best friend.
They just let the joke hang there.
But anyway, no, the Barbie Christmas movies, I would only watch them at Christmas time, with the exception being is if I decided to go through and do like a chronological watch through of every Barbie movie, then I would make an exception. Because I can't wait for Christmas to get around to do that.
Speaking of Christmas movies too, what was Iron Man 3 somebody suggested could be a Christmas movie because it said it. I hardly remember Iron Man 3 It's the one where he like ends up in like Tennessee and...
I watched it like one time, twice maybe.
I think you saw it twice because you showed it to me, but I think you had already seen
it. Yeah, because I remember that. We all watched Iron Man, of course.
Yeah.
And I remember the commercials for the Avengers coming on, and to me, I literally remember sitting at the TV like, oh, that looks like something Dad and the boys would really like. I did not clock it as something I would enjoy at all.
And you got into them before
I did, because then later on Disney Channel, they would run, not necessarily ads, but little promos for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And the way they would talk about it, Clark Gregg, he would talk about his character dying and having come back. I'm like, wait, that sounds really interesting. So I got interested in the show. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go watch some of the movies. And so, yeah, I ended up finding Iron Man 2 and 3 somewhere. I remember watching all that. I watched Captain America, Thor, and The Avengers on Netflix. And then I'm like, okay, you guys have to fucking see this shit.
The Avengers looked interesting enough to me that I was curious about it, but the thing is, most of the heroes they started with were not ones that I was big fans of from the comics. Like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, they're all like fine, but not the ones I was into Spider-Man, the Punisher, the X-Men.
A different studio owned those.
So, yeah, and so it was like, and I saw Iron Man and it was fine.
Yeah,
but I'll be honest with you, I think the Iron Man movies are some of the weakest of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, had that movie flopped, we would not have the MCU.
I'm not a big fan of the Iron Man movies in general. They're fine, but they're nowhere near as good as the rest of them.
Yeah, obviously Thor is the one that I fell in love with.
Yeah.
And I'd like other characters as the series went on, but Thor and Loki are still some of my favorites.
The first Avengers is still one of my favorite Marvel movies, and it was
still
the one that really hooked me the most. But, it took me a long time to go back and see the first Captain America. I saw Winter Soldier long before I saw that. I really liked the Cap movies, and Cap is one of my favorite characters. I fell asleep the first time I watched it. In the context of the MCU.
I remember at some point us finally watching it together, and I was just sat there like, don't ask me what happened. I fell asleep during this movie. Like, I eventually watched it, and it had just been a while since I had watched it, but yeah, I remember the first time around I fell asleep during that movie. Not because it was bad or boring, I was literally watching it late at night, so that's on me. But
Joe's afraid in the movie that Santa Claus would have forgotten about him. Santa Claus should have been afraid that something happened to Joe, just leave him on the streets for a year.
The concern went the wrong way here. I didn't finish what I was saying about Christmas movies. The American Girl movies, most, if not all of them, definitely most of them are Christmas movies. You were trying to say something about this movie, I think.
I'm just going to point out, we didn't acknowledge Patch did the TV commercial for BZ Toys and for his new lollipops.
Yeah.
they saw that on TV at the North Pole.
Yes.
So do they just have TV on the North Pole? Are they watching shit going on in the real world? Even the elves are like, I'm sure it's nice in the real world. I mean, they
don't get the news.
What? I mean, even
they get fun stuff. They don't get the news.
You see what 80s movies are like?
The TV is highly censored.
I mean, if they just watch a couple,
they don't watch the 80s movies either. They get very delayed movies.
I hear the 70s movies were even more depressing than the 80s movies.
It's so delayed they still haven't gotten the 70s.
People were like really tired of movies in the 70s. They were all such down and depressing.
They're still watching some censored movies.
And it was the first Star Wars that really brought people back to the theaters because they were getting tired of all these down and depressing movies.
I guess
and then you had something hopeful and uplifting like A New Hope.
Go try some 70s movies. Like, what the fuck? Not the vibes I assume
like
for the 70s.
The Deer Hunter and Taxi Driver and The Godfather and
haven't seen any of them.
Even Jaws. I mean, some people might consider that a fun movie, but it's about a killer shark. I mean, yeah, it's fine, but it's not exactly hopeful or jolly.
But the American Girl movies, most if not all of them, are technically Christmas movies, literally called and marketed as Christmas movies. It at some point during the movie is a significant portion of it and everything. Yeah, I watch those year round.
I particularly like American Girl Die Hard. Where the girls have to save the skyscraper that's been taken over by terrorists. One of the last films Alan Rickman did before he passed away.
I did not know that Alan Rickman was in that movie, and then I was watching that movie, and no, I didn't recognize him, like, visually, and he started talking, I'm like, wait a fucking second.
I think that was, like, one of his first big things.
It was.
In America.
I ended up looking it up. It was one of his big breaks in films and whatnot. Well, maybe even one of his first, or literally his first film.
First thing I really remember him in was Dogma.
Okay.
And he played Mettaton, the voice of God.
I assume I know him from Harry Potter, honestly.
And, of course, another movie we've done, Galaxy Quest. Okay. Which he's fantastic in.
Yeah. Hitchhikers.
Yeah. But Hitchhikers would post-date Harry Potter.
Yeah, that was after everything.
Movie. Not as a book.
That's why I said I know him from Harry Potter, but then yes, I have seen him in other things since.
And they just keep going.
Oh God, he was in another movie. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was called. It was a movie I really liked for a little while. I don't know, it's some historical romance thing.
Like, those cookies are really high. Who put them up there? Did they have a ladder in the kitchen? Oh, these newspapers. I actually took pictures of these.
I've liked historical romance longer than I've realized.
And I don't know if there's anything all that interesting on any of them. A lot of them are in foreign languages.
Interesting.
Like the American one, Puce Pop Conquers the World. And then there's
that sounds awful.
It does. And then there's a sub-story. I can't read something green, but still Pastor Pickett said no. And there's a picture of the lollipop, and that's like this is the French one. La opposition réclame un referendum, and then there's a side story on the lollipop. Succès fordurant de la souquette magique qui fait voler. Apologies to our French speaking.
You know what this is making me think of / want to do?
I'm not sure what language this is. It looks like it might be Spanish. Con has... Yeah, I didn't get a great picture of this one. It could be Italian as well. And then big, front and center on the last newspaper with the Puce Pop, which just looks awful in the pictures.
It really does.
It almost looks like a ring bell from boxing or wrestling.
But you know what that makes me think of / want to do?
What does?
You reading those headlines and everything.
Go back and read old newspaper headlines?
No, play that one game that I think may have been on the PlayStation, but we play via our phones.
Use Your Words.
Yes.
I'd love to do it. Anytime you want to.
Okay. After the podcast.
On stream or not. But see his shoes, right? See those white things?
Okay.
Those are just things that cover your shoes. They're called spats.
Why do they exist?
They're just a part of men's fashion.
Men's fashion was better the previous century.
I think they look nice. I like the touch of white in the dark suit.
Looks like a hoof at the bottom of your pants.
I like them. And like I say, Scrooge McDuck wore them, but he didn't wear shoes.
Well, I don't like Scrooge McDuck, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, that's a nice suit. That black pinstripe suit, that's
I do like a pinstripe suit.
That's looking sharp.
Has Scrooge ever worn a pinstripe suit? The duck?
I may only see him in like that blue coat. So
okay.
I don't remember when he wore a Christmas Carol.
Dreamlight Valley 100% made me hate Scrooge McDuck. Like, I just, no, he cannot have my fucking money. He can fuck off.
Patch is
he can have my money, but then I'd like to claim his entire fucking stuff.
So Patch is telling BZ that he's planning to, he just wanted to show Santa that he could do it, and now he's going to head back to the North Pole.
Yeah.
Having proven what, I don't really know. And BZ saw...
He didn't even make toys. He made lollipops.
True. And BZ's going to talk him into upping the formula, and he's going to push out Christmas 2 for March delivery.
Should have been the sequel.
Yeah. Speaking of all those kinds of things, we've talked about movies from the 70s, 80s. Why don't we get into our other high five for this episode? Yes. Our high five Christmas movies.
Now, this one I did instantly. You asked, and I'm like, got it.
Did you do an honorable mention?
No.
Do you not understand that an honorable mention is part of the list for me?
Wait. Actually, I do have an honorable mention. Forget that.
Okay, well, go ahead and give it to us.
Okay, well, this is a debatable...
Wait a minute. High five.
High five! Ow! Still hurts.
I just slapped you in the face. It wasn't a high five. I just slapped you.
I was going to say, technically, they're not watching this. They have no idea what we've just done. Anyway,
It was a high five to your face.
Now, this is technically... debatably a Christmas movie. It's not 100% a Christmas movie, but there's a lot of Christmas as well as Christmas vibes, and a lot of people do consider it, and I didn't have the time to go back and rewatch it to decide whether or not I just consider it as one, but I have it noted anyway, and this is only an honorable mention, so I think it's fine enough, and that's Little Women. Specifically, I think the 1939, maybe the 1949 version. Let me look that up. But it's one of those versions. I absolutely love that movie. And if it is a Christmas movie, that's one I'm watching year-round, because I love that movie in general.
My honorable mention is the movie that we're watching right now, Santa Claus the Movie from 1985.
Nice.
Should have gotten a sequel that starts off with Rudolph freezing to death. We're saying plenty about it as we watch. I don't think I need to go more into it.
Yeah.
Really quickly, we need to point out in the movie, Santa Claus and his wife are talking. Santa's, with the success of the Puce Pops, he's not sure if kids really need Santa Claus anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, depressed Santa. I've looked it up. It was the 1949
That's right. That's what I need in a Christmas movie, a depressed Santa.
First we get dead Santa, now depressed Santa.
All right, so what's your number 5?
Number 5 is Barbie in A Christmas Carol. Because obviously Barbie movie, so it's going to rank high, but I'm not... I've... Over time and since watching the Barbie Christmas Carol, I have enjoyed it more, but initially I was scared of the Christmas Carol because of some Disney animated version that I initially saw. I don't know what version that was. I did not like it. It was scary. And also just because of what else I have on the list. It comes in number 5.
I want to point out, too, I'm specifically only listing full-length, mainly theatrical movies. I'm not including any...
I'm not listing theatrical, but they are full-length.
I'm not including any specials or TV series or anything else. These are actually just full-length movies.
I also only have
I also want to point out, really quickly, we may have missed it already, or it may be coming up here in a minute, but it feels like we did miss it. I pointed out how the song that plays at the beginning...
It's cold, I bet.
I pointed out how the song that plays at the beginning is one that I've been singing in my head every time I played Final Fantasy for the last 35 years. Also, there's a scene where, and it's probably around the time that Patch's Puce Pops are taking off. It may still be coming up. I can't remember the exact order of stuff, but the Santa Claus's new assistant tries to present him with a new doll, and he's like, does it fly? He's like, it wets. That deliver that line, that's exactly where the "It's Wet" came from in our short film. Later, that it's wet. That's where it came from, right there.
Nice. I was going to ask, what kind of plushie did she have behind her head, like as a pillow or whatever? But totally, it was a stuffed animal.
Okay, I didn't see it, so I'm
sorry.
It
looked weird.
Back to the list, though. We really should have paid more attention to this.
It's okay.
Number 5 on my list of high five Christmas movies is A 1983's A Christmas Story, which we did as our Christmas episode 2 years ago.
Maybe. Somebody asked me to recreate that in a game today on my live stream.
It was either last year or the year before. It was 83, so it was probably 2023. So it's probably, it was probably 2 years ago.
I think I saw another TikTok of recreating it in
very,
a different
very
game.
good movie, very nostalgic for it. Grew up watching it. Of course, it's played ad nauseum on Christmas Eve now on the Turner Networks.
Of course.
It's not as good as a lot of people give it credit for, in all honesty, but it's still very good.
Yeah.
It's still part of the holiday tradition to me. And the scene at the end, too, where Christmas has ended and Ralphie's going to sleep with his BB gun by his side and the Christmas music plays as he drifts off.
Yeah.
That sort of, it looks like some sort of a moose or a bull or something.
I have no fucking idea what that is.
I said that when we did the commentary episode on it, too. That's sort of exactly what the end of Christmas feels like to me. That sort of joy, but also the sadness of, okay, and now it's done.
Yeah.
That scene captures that to me perfectly. So even if none of the rest of the movie was good, I'd probably put it on the list just for that moment.
Yeah.
All right, pick up your list.
Okay, number 4 is Barbie and the Nutcracker. Yes, there's going to be a trend here.
I was going to say, the first time we did High Five movies, all of your movies were Barbie movies.
Welcome to 10 years later. It's the same.
Here's the Wets thing. I didn't miss it. I said it too early. Man, I ruined everything. I'm so sorry.
It's not going to be the exact same. But yes, Barbie and the Nutcracker. I love the Nutcracker. I remember there was a book version of it in elementary school at the library. It had a pink cover and everything, and that's what caught my eye. But then I read it, and I loved it, and I checked it out several times. I checked it out as many times as I could until I could no longer take the quiz about it. And then, I don't know, I watch occasional ballets of it on TikTok and stuff like that. I love the Barbie version. I just like the Nutcracker. It's very interesting, the Barbie version, and they do change it. There's some whole
wait for it.
Robot thing.
Wets. But yeah, there's a short film on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VidiocyTV, and there's actually a recreation of it, too, where we reverse roles, but it's called Oh Waiter, and we do the silly scene at a restaurant, and there's a point where one of the characters says of the water on the table, it's wet. That's the inspiration for it. That line delivered right there.
Were you aware of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remembered something. I didn't remember the song came from this movie, but I certainly remembered things about this movie.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean you remember that.
And that delivery of that line always stuck in my head.
Nice.
All right, did you finish your number 4?
Yes, what's your number 4?
Number 4 for me is the Polar Express from 2004. Now, this is a much more recent addition to me, and it means much more to me because you guys introduced it to me, and it's become a tradition for us to watch it. The best parts of the movie are when they're on the train at the beginning and the end. The stuff at the North Pole is meh.
Yeah.
But overall, I really appreciate it, especially, like I say, because it came later in life. Yeah,
definitely been my favorite.
That's another one we did. We did the commentary for that in like 2022.
Yeah, something like that. Very great movie. We haven't watched it yet this season.
It was 2004, but I don't think we did it last year. I think we did something else last year.
Maybe. Also in 2004. Was another movie that's going to be later on my list, but not this next one.
I don't think we cared so much about it being an anniversary. I think we just decided to watch it because we felt like watching it.
Very possibly. Would you like me to do my next movie?
Yes, that's the whole gist of the list.
The next movie on my list is, again, another Barbie one. They've only done 4 Barbie Christmas specials, though. This one is Barbie and a Perfect Christmas. I think her and her sisters are trying to go to New York or something. Was it New York? Okay, this suddenly no longer makes sense, because I'm pretty sure they're trying to go do Christmas with their Aunt Millicent. Maybe it is. Maybe they're all doing Christmas in New York. Don't blame them. And so she's come over from Paris or whatever. But they get stuck in a snowstorm somewhere else, middle of nowhere or whatever. And of course they're all down, and Chelsea's wondering if Santa will even be able to find them. But I don't know, wherever they're staying has some magical Santa magic happening. And it's Christmas.
I don't think we did a Christmas episode.
I gotta show you that one.
I think the wrestling episode was the last episode we did last year.
Interesting.
I think because we did Christmas Story in 2023. And then I'm pretty sure Polar Express was 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we did an actual Christmas episode last year. Right, last Christmas was pretty crazy and rushed for us, so...
I just found out that the top 2 movies on my list came out a month apart. But what is number 3 on your list?
Meanwhile, we should point out in the film, too, BZ's just discovered Joe lurking in his basement. Cornelia was down there, too, but she didn't reveal herself.
Yeah.
And now he's basically just
left
sending his driver off to murder the kid, basically.
Yeah.
80s movies,
80s businessman shit.
Number 3 on my list is not an 80s movie. It's a 70s movie. It's Scrooge from 1970, the musical adaptation of...
This was good.
Charles Dickens' classic Christmas Carol starring Albert Finney as Scrooge. The classic songs. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And I like life. Life likes me. Love Scrooge. That's even more so than It's a Wonderful Life for a Christmas Story. This is the first Christmas movie I remember watching regularly growing up. Again, aside from like the TV specials like Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Rudolph and Frosty. As far as Christmas movies, this was the one I remember.
This came about around the 60s, didn't it?
The earliest on. What did?
Like the Rudolph
Rankin and Bass specials, yeah. I believe so, yeah.
So that was very much your childhood, not quite your parents. A little bit, but not quite.
My parents would have been, well...
Is that a little bit
my parents were born in the mid-50s, so...
Exactly.
Completely would have been.
Yeah, I mean, like 69 would have been around 14 years old for them.
Yeah, so definitely.
So yeah, no, still part of their childhood, not the super young childhood. I meant it most of like you and I, we completely grew up with those, like those were around, they were established, they were a Christmas tradition. Whereas they were something new for your parents. Interesting.
Yeah, I got an early Christmas present. I got Santa Claus is Coming to Town on DVD.
Very nice.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town was, well, that's the current copyright. Does it have the original date on it?
I don't know. Do I need to look it up?
I can look. I was going to look it up. I just thought it would be cooler to pull out the DVD. Yeah, it doesn't have the original date on it. I'll look it up. It's fine.
Okay.
You need to do your number 3 on the list then.
No, number 2. I need to do number 2.
Yeah.
So the number 2, I've mentioned it several times already, and it's the first one that came out. Well, it came out later, 2004.
Santa Claus Coming to Town was 1970, so
okay.
My dad
3 years prior to them.
My dad would have been 16, and my mom would have been 15. So
yeah.
It just depends on how you define childhood.
Yeah.
Rudolph was 1964, so that was definitely in their childhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were like 9. Anyway, So number 2 is Samantha Parkington, An American Girl Holiday. It's become a must-watch for me over the last few years, and I'm saying that because Molly's movie was initially my favorite, but I don't know, I started like Samantha more, especially within the last year, and I've had a Nellie doll. But I do really like the movie. Like I said, Christmas doesn't really become part of the movie until a little later on, because it starts off in the spring, and then in the summer you see her aunt and uncle getting married, and at some point her best friend's dad dies of the flu, and they become orphans, and then Samantha kidnaps them from the orphanage and hides them in her aunt and uncle's attic, but then... Well, Nellie goes off to work in a factory, and has a scarring scene in it. But then her younger sister is way too sick, and the kids can't handle it, so they have to eventually tell the adults that there are 3 missing orphans hiding out in the attic. But then the adults adopt them, and they celebrate Christmas together.
Speaking of dark beats in movies, and the one we're watching right now, Towser's just discovered that the candy canes that they've been making will explode if exposed to heat.
Yes.
And Beezy's like, well, that's okay, let's sell them all, and then we'll run off with the money to Brazil.
I do have
also,
one question.
Once his Patch's bed, he pulls it, it's like,
that's really
wood,
weird.
It slides up to his neck. That looks extremely uncomfortable.
I agree. I do have one question,
neat,
though.
But like, maybe if you're going to cover yourself completely and there's like a little window or something in it, but that looks horrible pulling it up to your neck like that.
I do agree. If the candy canes explode when exposed to heat, how were they made?
I don't know at what point
with heat.
The ingredient...
Like, it could be some sort of coating situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, the actual candy cane, you're going to have to heat the sugar and everything to form the candy cane.
Right, you'll melt the sugar, but then you'll add it in at that point while it cools. So
add in a coating of sorts.
I have a picture of her letter, too. It basically is... They actually have a shot of it. It's exactly what she says. Dear Santa, you've got to help right away. Joe has been taken prisoner by a very bad man. I'm sorry to say. He's a relation of mine. I'm scared he'll hurt Joe. And it pretty much ends right after. She didn't get to finish it. But this is what I was talking about earlier. I love that idea. It's like the Santa signal. You have to send out for Santa to come save the day. This is like...
Fatal letter to him.
You know, it's superhero Santa. It's the coming of the prophecy. It's the hero's tale. It's so much classic storytelling and even, you know, modern style storytelling wrapped up into a Santa Claus movie.
Yeah. I guess it was earlier in the movie we saw all of the letters coming through the fireplace, and it just made me think Harry Potter.
Also, how do they not catch on fire right away?
That I don't know. Maybe it's a magical fireplace. We are talking Santa and the afterlife.
Obviously, it's a magical fireplace.
I was going to say, I just realized, seeing her bedroom and everything, and thinking about it, this movie came before American Girl dolls. They would come out the following year.
Number 2 on my list of 5 Christmas
Labyrinth.
movies.
Yes.
It's a Wonderful Life. 1946 already announces our Christmas episode next year. A movie that I think in many ways was ahead of its time.
You showed this to us for the first time
in like 2022, I think.
Wow, I thought it was more recent than that.
I think it was either 21 or 22 because I remember the episodes of Cheesemas I was editing when we were watching that in Scrooge. But yeah, we'll talk about this a lot more when we do our episode on it next year. But a movie that took a while to find its audience, too. It was considered too dark for moviegoers at the time, and it didn't catch on for years.
Yeah, no, I was recently researching it, and it completely flopped, and its studio went bankrupt because of it.
Ahead of its time, in many other ways, it's slightly risque. Even for movies in the 50s and 60s, I think it beats them out. Some of the humor in it.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic piece of work. Jimmy Stewart was a great actor, and it's one of maybe his best role. It's heartwarming. It's a fantastic movie. I love It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And somebody wanted to argue that there's not much Christmas in it, but like... The whole plot of the movie takes place one specific Christmas Eve when George Bailey's thinking about killing himself. We do get a lot of flashbacks to his life up to that point because you need to know the story, but it's 100% a Christmas movie. And it's number 2 on my list of favorite Christmas movies.
Well, then number 1 on my list goes back to one of your low rankings. I'm mildly judging you. Is The Polar Express.
Yeah, they made top 5.
I was gonna say it's not a movie I grew up with. It's not
even 5th.
It makes sense. It came out after you had children.
Even with you guys getting into it, I didn't get into it with you guys originally. It was something we started watching together just in the last few years.
Well, that's partially because 1, streaming made it a little more accessible, but 2, it's more so a school tradition, really. Because I'm sure that's probably how we mostly got introduced to it and everything. And I know a lot of people, like I've talked to, both my age and even younger, still in school, it's still something they do as a holiday tradition in school, is as part of their little festive Christmas, whatever, watching that movie and getting to have hot chocolate with it and everything. And that's probably where we kind of started with that. And now as adults, we're like, yeah, no, we gotta continue that.
I feel like Pat's remarkably chill about finding a boy just tied up in the basement.
He's new to this world. He doesn't know what's normal and what's not.
All right.
Plus, he's an elf. He's not.
I guess
Santa.
you should be doing number one before me.
I just did that.
What'd you do?
Polar Express!
Oh, that was your number one. Okay. I knew you did. I thought it was your number two. Because I got backwards, because normally I start the high fives. I'm surprised that's your number one movie, honestly.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's full.
Because, again, I didn't even realize it was so special to y'all until just recent years. It's never been a family tradition. And again, it's not something I grew up with or anything.
Yeah.
It's not something I
we grew up with.
Y'all saw it with independent of me and showed it to me.
It came out 2004, so that's before I was in school, meaning it was probably school tradition starting that early, really.
Yeah. And, of course, based on a picture
Damn,
book,
you're younger than the Polar Express.
Damn.
And number one on my list, no surprise to anybody who's a fan of this podcast, 2007 was This Christmas. For me,
nice,
the all-time
yes.
best Christmas movie. Our first ever Christmas movie episode. We did holiday episodes before that. It was the first movie we watched. Did a watch-along for on a Christmas episode. I can't say enough good things about that movie. I remember seeing previews for it and wanting to see it. And I feel like even though that was an era when movies would come to video quicker, I think it took a while to come to video. Like, I didn't even get around to seeing it until Christmas 2009.
Yeah.
So, and I was a pretty regular movie renter at the time, and it was a movie that was on my list. And actually, the first time your mother and I watched it together, I liked it, but I didn't love it. But then, like, that night or the next night or so, when I still had the rental, I put it on to go to sleep to, and that's when I really fell in love with it. And it was on the background, like, man, that's my jam. And now it's a Christmas tradition for me. I haven't watched it yet this year either, but I need to get on with it. But I do feel like that's one I can kind of put on anytime. I don't need somebody to watch it with me. Like, I'd rather watch Scrooge or The Polar Express or It's a Wonderful Life with you guys, and this Christmas I feel like I can just put on whenever.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a little bit hard to make. It wasn't hard to make the list, but it also was.
Yeah, and this scene in the movie always reminds me of the cops coming for the warden in Shawshank Redemption. When they're coming to BZ's factory. So
yeah.
apparently the cops did take Cornelia seriously when she reported them.
Apparently. This is some fantasy.
Even watching this, I'm almost like, did I misremember? Does BZ like shoot himself in the head, or is that just the warden in Shawshank? I guess that'd be going a little far for an 80s
Christmas
kids
movie. Yeah, maybe a smidge far. They can go pretty far, but not quite that far.
Then again, the postscript of the movie is him just floating away in space, so that ain't going to be any less harsh.
Less graphic.
Less graphic, maybe.
Not necessarily less harsh, but definitely less graphic.
What kinds of fell to the ground?
Imagine, if there was enough heat, the candy canes just exploded. That would be graphic.
Meanwhile, Patch and Joe are heading to the North Pole with a trunk full of candy canes, getting ready to explode. Santa's chasing behind with Cornelia with only 6 reindeer because 2 of the reindeer have the flu.
Yeah, speaking of the flu. Luckily, I don't believe they die.
I'm pretty much no matter what, he's gonna die gruesome death. Either he flies into space, they wear off sometimes in the sky, and he goes down and
he's
splats,
dead, end of story.
Or he explodes.
Yeah. I mean, as he's getting closer to space,
burns up in the atmosphere.
That's the thing.
And explodes.
There is no splat. There's just burning to death on his way back into the atmosphere. But more than likely, he would, if he went out of the atmosphere and whatnot, he's going to get exposed to space, which is going to be freezing fucking cold and lack oxygen. So he's going to be dead before then.
Also,
anyway.
I just want to say, how in the world does the Super Duper Looper save the day here? They just needed to fly up
Yeah,
under
it's
them.
just actually, it's just special.
They just needed to speed up a little bit.
Yeah. This is
the
just
whole Luke thing was just extraneous.
Yeah.
It's cool.
At that point, they're just showing. Well, we can't say we're not doing something cool.
They just needed to call back to it. The writers just needed to call back to it. So it's not necessary.
Yeah, but it seems like they could have made it some sort of maneuver that made a little more sense in the context of what they were doing.
No,
they used
it didn't give them any more speed.
Point.
They had to build up the speed just to do it. So at that point, they're already underneath them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you want to argue like they had to loop around so they were above when the explosion went off, so they didn't get hit by the explosion, but then they could come around with enough speed to catch them.
Why are they even exploding?
Even that would, because the candy canes explode when they're exposed to too much heat because the reindeer feed, the stuff that causes them to fly, needs to be stored in cold storage.
Yeah.
Then the cold right now.
But the vehicle,
whatever powers the sleigh that Patch uses.
The vehicle is making them hot.
Yeah, see, it's not reindeer powered.
Yeah.
It's got more to it.
They're
either going to explode or crash into
I'm not a physics professor,
Me neither.
But the loop, when they're going backwards, wouldn't that take them further away? Wouldn't they need to continue their forward momentum to stay underneath them?
Yeah, because they're going... Literally, that's actually very simple, because they're going backwards and the other people are going forward. So when they come back down, they've continued to move, and they have not.
Everything is so good about this movie until they fuck it up at the end.
Christmas spirit!
Christmas magic. We're talking about Santa here, damn it.
Also, they have no seatbelts or anything, so I'm surprised Cornelia didn't just fall right out.
Maybe the Christmas spirit of the super duper
Santa gravity.
Freaking do something, I don't know.
So at this point, they've overtaken. They could have just stayed underneath them.
Are we sure there's not at least some lap belts or something?
Now at this point, they're going to loop up and around them, but I would think they would continue moving forward, and now they're moving backward.
Yeah, they are moving forward.
But now they're going backward.
Exactly, so yeah. And that's not complicated physics. That is
big loop,
the most basic physics possible.
He just starts flying in the other direction.
You're
gonna go explode.
Yeah, and then they do technically explode.
I guess maybe
but they're totally safe from the explosion.
So they had to loop so they would avoid the debris of the sleigh coming down, but they could still catch Patch and Joe.
I saw.
Because if they just stayed under, they were hit by the sleigh when it exploded. I guess that's the explanation.
I guess. Sure. Yeah, I truly don't know. How much do we think? Okay, oh gosh. Okay, now I've got more questions. This guy died in the 1300s.
Allegedly. I don't think we ever
And okay,
confirmed
he's
that they
Santa.
died.
He knows everything. He sees everything. Whatever. That's never explicitly shown in this movie. So how much do they know of the real world? How much have they kept up with the changing times? How much is he aware of modern science and all of that? Yeah, but
they
we
get
can't.
television signals way up here.
I don't know. I have so many questions.
I don't know.
There's a lot of questions.
And then again, can I say, just till next Christmas. I mean, never mind the fact that my parents are dead and my uncle's gone. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I guess me and Joe are going to
who is the other person in the house?
and her nanny.
Then, yeah.
And
honestly.
apparently Joe's just going to stay. Cornelia's the one who's only staying for a year. Joe's like, nah, I'm just staying.
Yeah.
So she's not even going to be on the streets with Joe. She's going to be on the streets by herself. They're just sending her back.
No. By next year, they would have had thought about it. They're like, yeah, no, sorry, your uncle died, kid.
But you see, the thing about this movie, it's not a movie you should think about too hard. Just follow the Christmas spirit.
I mean, look, most movies are that too. They're not meant for you to sit there and dissect them and break down everything.
Should 100% dissect them.
Movies. Even the most intelligent movies are mainly about going along for the ride.
Yeah.
You know. You just enjoy the experience, and you don't. It can be fun to break them down and joke about them and think about them and look into them. But at the end of the day, the experience of a movie is supposed to be just experiencing the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there's something about it that makes you not be able to enjoy it, that's fine, and that's not the movie for you.
What's all the other stuff in space for them?
Parts of the Apache sleigh, it looks like.
That was a big explosion.
Enough to take it out of the atmosphere. Earth's gravity.
This is why they had to avoid it.
But then again, why did it blow the sleigh up there and not them?
Do you think when he died in space, he woke up in the North Pole?
New Elfin Town. We're not just introducing Rudolph, we're introducing the uncle.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, that's part of the plot. He's going to be like the Grinch now. He's going to set up a rival North Pole. We've got the second movie planned already.
Alright, yep, there it is.
This auto played something else, but the song playing over the end credits was Christmas All Over the World by Sheena Easton. Pretty good song, especially for the 80s.
Okay. I can't think of any music from half of the movies I listed.
I'm sorry. This Christmas has a great Christmas soundtrack. In fact, Twinkle Twinkle Little Me, I was first introduced to that for this Christmas. And most of the other songs in the movie I was already familiar with, but they're, classic Christmas songs.
Hey, we had some reindeer like that. Yeah, I'm now commentating on whatever movie came on.
Oh my gosh, there's this...
something called Alone for Christmas featuring dogs.
We watched Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas earlier today.
Yeah?
And then a Christmas cartoon auto-played after it called Aliens First Christmas. It was some animated special. It looked like it was part of a series, but it may have just been a standalone episode.
Yeah.
It was made in 1991, but it's apparently about a family of humans, and the dad gets transferred to a faraway planet, and now they're living with, aliens, although they wouldn't be aliens because they're native to that planet, and humans would be the aliens. Then again, maybe that's what the title refers to, but regardless, the point is the movie, the special is set in 2027.
Alright, that's when we're doing the podcast 2027.
So less than 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Alright. Mark it down.
All right. Well, that was
Halloween at the beginning of the
Oh,
Christmas movie.
I do want to make one announcement really quickly here, since this is probably our last episode for 2025. I believe it is official now that LexiCon Comic-Con is going to be an annual event.
Yes.
Coming back next November. What do we know? We do know the date, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Like November 21st, I want to say.
So.
We'll have much more about it on the podcast in the coming year. We'll promote the hell out of it. Don't worry about it. But we were excited to see everybody there this year. We're going to be excited to see everybody next year, and hopefully it'll be bigger and better than ever. And it'll continue to be an annual event after that. And hopefully the podcast will continue to be an annual event, more so than an annual event, but a bi-weekly event at this point. But we're going into our 14th season now next year.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Our podcast it has been a teenager, but it's getting into it. It's really getting into its teen years now.
Just now, yeah.
And of course, we've got a Patreon, patreon.com/LexiConvo. We need to post more on there. We need to do some bonus episodes finally. But of course, if you sign up, you get access. You can, if you sign up for free or pay tier, you can download all the episodes. They're all available there. Well, all the current ones are. We're working on putting the archive there. But we also have monthly merchandise, stickers usually designed by Lexi. And we're going to get into more bonus episodes and stuff in the new year. But no matter how you support us, thank you for supporting us. We really love doing the show, and we can't wait to do more episodes.
Yeah.
And unless you all have anything else to say, we should say, of course, happy holidays, no matter what you celebrate, be it, again, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, solstice, just the end of the year, or just getting through another day. Thanks for celebrating a little bit with us.
Yes.
Alex, Dylan, you guys got anything you want to add before we sign off for the year?
No.
They're not laughing at me. They're laughing at this weird talking dog movie that Otto played. And so while they dig into that, again, I'm going to say once more, happy holidays. Thanks for joining us. Can't wait to see you in the new year. And until then, this is Lexi concluded.
Bye.